Sequatchie County, stand up. I was born for this moment, making more than a statement. Hit my opponents the hardest, I might end up leaving them late. Ain't nobody with focus, ain't nobody I blame me. I don't run through the motions of laziness will not faze me. I'm impatient, I'm crazy, now better yet I'm deranged. If you cut me deep, I will bleed purple gold from my veins. 4th and inches, give me the rock, dog, I'm moving the chain. Slow with my head, keep my feet moving, I'm ignoring the pain. Yo, it's all for the game, for the love of the game. We don't do this for glory, we want that trophy, not fame. Best get off of the tracks unless you won't hit by this train. If you wanna come get it, in between the lines that we fighting. Started from the bottom, we climbing, grinding our way to the title. Hallelujah, it's time, that Friday night light revival. Ain't no love in the jungle, nothing but hate for our rivals. Come on, come on.
Into the jungle. Won't you follow me into the jungle?
And welcome into Spear Nation Radio live from Dunlap, Tennessee tonight. We have Robert Easterly and Greg Dawson on the call. Greg filling in for our usuals. Greg, how you doing?
I'm doing okay. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. And Robert, how are things out there on the field?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm getting a little bit long.
All right, and the Indians tonight take on Alcoa in the Class 3A semifinals of the TWSWA playoffs. Winner goes to Cookville next week, and what a game. We just got done with Thanksgiving dinner. How'd y'all's Thanksgiving go, by the way?
Go ahead, Greg. Well, I tell you what, I eat some good, awful good food, and I am full as a pig on a bloodhound. But I'm going to enjoy this football game. It's all electric out there. Everybody's getting pumped up. Full sides on both sides, home and visitors. I'm telling you, it's going to be an event.
Oh, yes, it will be. And, Robert, how did yours go yesterday, by the way?
What?
How did your Thanksgiving go yesterday?
I had to go to 2 different houses. I was pretty close on the timing there. Driving my stepdad's truck ain't helping, man. My car back.
All right, let's have a look at the weather for tonight. I had it up a while ago. Now it's completely gone out on me here. But it's looking about to be about 49 degrees around kickoff. And doesn't look too bad tonight. Just a little bit of partly cloudy. And if it pop up for me, it's going to dip down into the low 40s tonight. The lowest supposed to get is about 39, so high 30s. Wind's going to be a factor or not, 7 to 8 miles an hour going south to northwest. And no precipitation until about 1 a.m. tonight, and that's about a 5% chance there. So that should be pretty good on your weather. Presented by Bledsoe Telephone. You can watch this later on in the week on Bledsoe Telephone Channel 18. But you're listening to it live right now on Spear Nation Radio. And Robert, what can you tell us about the Indians this week?
The Indians, well, they're probably the only team over here practicing on Thanksgiving morning as they did. They was out here about 8 o'clock yesterday. Probably finished that practice about 10:30 or 11 o'clock. Then went on to their Thanksgiving dinner.
All right, and I found that interesting. We had an article out yesterday on TSS in the Valley about how teams are having to adjust, and all 3 Valley teams practiced on Thanksgiving, and Marion County did about the same thing Sequatchie County did, come out early. The only difference being that Marion County had a big feast with all the families and everything after practice, so that was pretty interesting to see. But Alcoa comes in as a 14.5-point favorite on this ball game, and Robert, do you give them that?
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Maybe. No, I'm just kidding. I'm thought you that way.
Oh man, it's going to be a fun night in Indian Stadium as number 1 and number 2 in the final AP poll meet up in the semifinals. The winner goes to state. It's probably going to go into the state championship as a favorite to win that game. But we're going to take a quick break real quick. Or no, we're not. I apologize for that. I had the wrong timing on that. But you know, Sequatchie County, Robert, what kind of chance do you actually give them tonight? You know, what's been the feel for how they've had their mindset since, you know, you kind of have a feel of how their mindset is going into this game?
Well, Sequatchie, of course, last week they didn't play all four quarters. They really didn't play all four quarters. They're not used to playing all four quarters. They're used to putting in second string by the end of the third. But, I mean, they're just not used to playing all four quarters here.
All right, I'm going to throw a stat for you here, Robert. Sorry to interrupt you, but a stat that kind of goes along with Sequatchie County won by 7 Friday night. They had the highest margin of victory among quarterfinal matchups Friday night.
Okay.
Last Friday, they had the highest margin of victory among games being played in the quarterfinals in the 3A classification. Alcoa beat Elizabethton last week, 17-14. That was a close one, went down to the wire. Elizabethton came back and just about beat Alcoa. But Alcoa held on with defense. They scored 17 in the first half, didn't score a point in the second half. They held on to win that one at Alcoa. But excuse me. This is going to be a good one. We're going to go to a break right now. Sean Cooley and Beast Mode coming right at you. We'll be right back after the break.
I'm in beast mode, man, I got the whole crew lit. I'm killing it, independence, been asking for my blueprint. Too sick, verbal aggression, I am abusive. I've never had a dime, now you're tuning in for my 2 cents. Real, R-E-A-L. I know you can't stand me, might as well sit still. Boy, I got the type of boss you wanna see if you misbail. That mean I got the type of flow to keep you rocked up in the sail. Y'all don't really want war with me. You see the crown on top, that's royalty. I'm from the back, what's a rapping when I spoil me? I know you're mad, but what happened to loyalty? Feel me? It's been a long time coming, boy. I started from the bottom, but I hit the ground running. I'm the king of the valley.
And welcome back to TSSN Radio here on Spear Nation. We're going to go and do a little preview of it. We failed to pick this up earlier. But Sequatchie County has played Alcoa twice in the past. Tornadoes, as they come out of town, the Tornadoes have won the only 2 meetings between these two teams were in the quarterfinals back in 1988 and 1995. Tornadoes won both. In 1995, the last time they played, 35-9 Tornadoes' favor, 24-14 back in 1988. If you wonder how far back that is, Coach Kane was still playing at McCauley as a junior at that point. Sequatchie County comes in as a 14-point underdog. Quick storylines for you. Sequatchie County on a 13-game win streak. Alcoa will make its 4th straight semifinals appearance. This is the first time these two teams have met in the semifinals. These two teams were also ranked number 1 and number 2 in the final 3A class, or Class 3A AP poll. So Sequatchie County had the largest margin of victory of all the 3A quarterfinal matchups. We're going to go inside the family real quick. Alcoa is an athlete-based team where it looks like they're pretty physical with a lot of talent and speed, especially on the outside. The Tornadoes Tornadoes have a lot of rushing threats with Colton Wright and Malik Salter. They'll test the side-to-side versatility of Hunter Davenport and Company. The passing game was flourished in the air-heavy Knoxville region under signal caller Jalen Myers. Mr. Football finalist, along with Hunter Davenport, Tyke Ogle Kellogg. He's a finalist from Alcoa for back of the year. He's going actually right alongside with Hunter Davenport. Tornadoes may come in with an intimidation factor, but the spread style play may not fare well against a physical defense led by a tenacious defensive line. And going into that, players to watch for Alcoa: Colton Wright, senior running back; Jalen Myers, senior quarterback; and then you got Tyke Kellogg, who's a junior wide receiver; Malik Salter, senior fullback; Larry Hodge, senior quarterback, and then I've got that cornerback. Excuse me, he's a cornerback. Is on defense, and Lucas McKeon as junior center, and Dante Walden, senior defensive tackle for the Tornadoes. How close were they, Robert? And we've lost Robert here, I believe. Robert, you there?
Hey, we had a little technical difficulty. It looked like somebody unplugged the news feed from the camera to the TV, so he's getting that all worked out. So I'm here with you, Chandler.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good. What's been your take? What's been circulating around the Indian fan base this week?
Well, I've heard a little bit of everything. Both sides, everybody said it's going to be tough. Most of us, I think most of us think we can pull it out. We got faith in these boys. They worked hard all year, and we think they're going to pull it out. So it's going to be a tough night, though. They don't have to come out with their A game. That's what you expect to the finals and the state playoff. So, it is what it is.
I was talking yesterday at the family Thanksgiving because when you play football into the semifinals, it becomes a Thanksgiving topic. I was talking
Absolutely.
We were talking yesterday at the family dinner, about how Uncle and I talked to so and so from this place, who had talked with so and so from that place, and they had seen Alcoa play, and said they haven't faced a linebacker core quite like Sequatchie County's, where Sequatchie County's Hunter Davenport and Kyle Cates are probably two of the hardest hitting linebackers in the state. I didn't really consider how far along that was, but a lot of people are saying that they could be two of the best in the state, and as time goes on, we keep winning. I start to believe it a little bit there.
I know, that's right, and I wouldn't doubt it a bit. I mean, we've had these kids have been pretty exceptional ever since they was in middle school. They were I think they're some of the last kids that went undefeated the whole time they was in middle school. So, yeah, these kids they come at you, and I believe I heard a rumor that Hunter had broke 3 helmets this year so far. So, if that ain't hard hitting for you, I don't know what is.
Well, I don't know what could be, because that is definitely something to be feared. Hunter Davenport and Kyle Cates as a duo, not to mention Caleb Reed there in the mix in that linebacker core, and that defensive line is a lot of people look over it, but it's a very, very good and very talented defensive line, I think.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And we've got some feedback now, and we're got the feedback, and the Indians started out with the ball. They had a touchback on the 20, and they've lost, it looks like 30 yards.
On that first play there, Robert?
On the first play that they had off the kickoff, yeah. Okay. Now Barker under center, Davenport behind him, hands off to Stevens. Stevens gets it back to the 20. Yeah. No, punch. Let's see. Looks like Parker's waiting on the play call. Coming in from Cameron Weaver, it looks like. Alcoa got a big 4-man in front, surprisingly. I figured they'd have a big 5-man in front, but they got 4. Parker under center again. Stevens off Stevens this time. Stevens got a little bit of gap, not much. He gets about 2 yards on that play. That defense is pretty good stopping the run there, ain't it, Greg? Well, it looks like it is going to be so far. I guess they're just probably just filling each other out, trying to get some of the big hot game jitters out of the way, but hopefully we'll get her figured out and start seeing some football later. Parker's going to line up the kick now for the punt, and he gets it off, almost blocked by number 45. It rolls down to the 41-yard line, where the ref places it, in Alcoa territory. What you got for me, Chum? Their quarterback is not. No, we don't. Jalen Myers be the quarterback for Alcoa. And Myers lined up shotgun. And he's going out to the right to make a pass. He gets it off. Almost tackled by Stevens. Stevens dropped him. Let's go over there. Davenport gets him out of bounds, which is not really like Davenport. Normally they just scream him. Yeah. And that's that's definitely going to be one of the key things for our defense is make those open field tackles like that.
The game's about 5 yards on that play. Good little pass and catch, little screen pass for Alcoa. Myers lined up back in shotgun again, one back beside him. Hands it off to number 11 up the middle. He's got some yardage and he may be gone. And he is. That's well, Mr. Football just scored Alcoa's first touchdown there. Right up the middle. That's team number 11, Chandler? Yeah. Yeah, you're going to say that name again? I think we'll just say Kellogg. Yeah, Kellogg, there we go. Oh, okay. Yeah, first place there. Hey! That'll work. First place on the touchdown there. Shake your head, yeah, that's right. There wasn't much shaking back to that thing at a hit if you go home. I mean, it was, he was like the giant. I think I'm a pretty big boy. I think I could have run through that hole. I could have run through that hole, so that was pretty bad. I've not seen the Indians screw us that bad in a while. Yeah, it's, well, that's alright. It's just one play. That's been killed already. It's just we got 9:52 left in the first quarter. 7-0. That ain't no big deal. We'll get those back. Yeah. That's the first time I think the Indians have not got to the third, actually, this game. Yeah. One where they thought I'd put the ball after halftime. Wow. That what? Shout out to 170 listeners already. Heck yeah! No, I'm kind of surprised with that one. Y'all stay at home now, give me a big old woohoo! And number... What? 70. Oh. And number... looks like 56 there on the kick. Alex Hudson's going to bring it out of the end zone. He's going around the end. Get it ready. He may have past the 20. Maybe back to the 20. No, he got almost to the 25. He did. He had to go back a little bit to get around that boy. I think he got more. I believe that was number 11 there. That got him too. Yeah, Kellogg about getting on the tackle there. I see you looking out there at this defense. They don't look all that big. They're kind of tall. They don't look all that big. That's what it says, Coach. They're quick, though. They are quick. Real quick. What's that going on now? Oh. And now Barker looks like he's lined up shotgun with Stevens beside him. And he is. He's going to send Richie in motion, take the snap. He's looking to pass. He almost gets the pass to Davenport. Davenport drops that one. That's incomplete. So no gain there. It'll be 2nd and 10. Would have been a good play if Davenport just could have made that catch. That would have been a very nice game. That'd have put them about probably 2nd and 3 or 4. And now it's, what, 2nd and 10? Yeah. So no gain on that play. It went incomplete. But now we got Barker under center with Davenport behind him this time. Hands it off to Davenport up the middle. Davenport may have went for a yard. Yeah, they had him snuffed out on that one. And I believe he got 2 yards on that play. Maybe 3 after. Yeah, so he got 3 yards. Cool. All right. Good 3 yards there. I guess I need to agree with you by saying, yeah, that was good because they can't see me and knock my head, can they? Yeah. And now Barker under center. Davenport behind him. He tosses it. Davenport this time out. Got the X. He got the first down, I believe. Oh, no, they set him down short. 3 yards short, looks like. Maybe 2 yards short. Yeah, they say he looked like he got it, but they say he stepped out at the 30-yard line. It's about 2.5 yards short. Yeah. Let's see what they're going to do. What is it? 4th and 2, or we're going to go for it. And Barker under center. Davenport behind him. Stevens in motion. Out. they tried to get them jumped. Now they're going to call timeout.
They did flinch.
So they did flinch, but they didn't go over that line. That imaginary line. All right, Chandler, we're going to send it back to you for any kind of update that you've got.
All right, I don't have any updates right now. I've been looking at the board, and nothing has popped up yet, but I will let you know when we do there, Robert. Back to you.
All right. Well, that's a quick update for you. Probably the quickest one we've ever had, to be honest with you. Except for that one where Chandler just wasn't there. And I had to take it back about 10 seconds after I said take it. But anyway, Indians getting ready to go back out there.
Quality radio back then, right, Robert?
Oh, yeah, man. Definitely. But I'm not sure if Parker's going to kick it here or go for it. He's looking like he's going to go for it.
No, they're at,
he's going to go under center.
He is under center.
All right. Well, we may see.
Here we go.
They're going to go for it on 4th and 2.
Nice. Well, football. Got to show you boys you got faith in them.
Oh, yeah. You got
Can't get 2 yards. You might as well not be. You might as well go to the house, ain't you?
Yeah. And he hands it off to Davenport. Davenport may have got them 2 yards.
Well, he's got a good spot. Line judge coming. Boy, it's going to be close.
That's a
Going to be close.
That's a measurement right there.
I believe it.
No, he's behind
it.
He's behind it.
Yeah, they're going to take a official timeout. They're going to measure for it.
They're going to measure it. Wow. First measurement of the game.
It's this angle. It looks like it's going to be a little short.
Just a little bit, but that's a hard angle right there, too.
It is a hard angle. And you know what they say? Looks can be deceiving.
We're about to find out here in a second. And
Ow.
it is 6
Bye.
inches short. Goodness gracious. And that ball will go back to Alcoa at the 31.5 yard line.
Yeah. That's about that. Well, that's all right. We'll show what kind of grit we got now. We're going to have to stop them.
Not seen this yet, but Garrett Castle is starting on the D-line this week. And now he is in, that is, who did we say the quarterback was, Jimmy?
Kellogg.
Myers. Myers is quarterback.
Oh, no.
And
Kellogg
he's
is
in shotgun with someone beside him. He hands it off to his running back. Running back goes outside. He
Same play.
tackles this time by Steven after about a 10-yard gain, though.
That was that same play that they scored a touchdown on.
Play. Just handed it off to a different back.
That's right. Different number.
That time I handed it off to a little bit slower of a guy. It looks like.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
But now that looks like he's got him. It's close to a touchdown. But it's second about 1. Yeah, it looks like it's about 1. And they're going to get the shotgun again. This time number 33 decided. And he's going to take it himself for them 2 yards he's going to get. I know he's got a little bit more. Tackled by Pickett and that's Alex. No,
that's Colin.
Colin Hudson. Thank you.
I did know a few numbers.
There you go.
Y'all have to apologize. I'm not up to date on all these numbers, but I'll do what I can. Yeah, they had him stopped right there. They just can't wrap up. They're going to have to wrap up if these boys on the ground.
They're body tackling again. Can't have that. But now, Myers is going to line up in shotgun again. He ain't come out of shotgun since he started.
That's right. They're spreading us out. Running in between us.
And this time, he's sacked in the
Oh.
backfield.
Hey, and he's taking me off, too. That was he took that hand off and took it. I did.
And John Higgins would have had him there, though. That play really wasn't going anywhere either way the ball went.
No. I think John Hayden wrapped up whether he had the ball or not.
Yeah. That's not John. That's Joseph Colson.
See, I just following your lead.
Yeah, I know. I thought it said 77, but that said 76. That's big Joseph Colson down there. But this time he's under center.
Yeah.
With 2 backs behind him in the I formation. Tosses it straight back to number 30, and he's got down the backfield.
Yeah. That's what I was talking about. We're going to have to do that right there. Make them open field tackles, wrap up, and put them on the ground all night long.
That's right in the backfield, too.
That's it.
2 plays in a row in the backfield. We'll see what they can do now. Got to use her quickness.
That's a 3rd and 15 for Alcoa.
So this will be a win right here if we can hold them to less than a touchdown. We'll see what happens.
Yep. And Myers takes a snap shotgun this time. He's going to pass. He gets the pass off. It's deep.
Over his head.
It is over his head. Nobody got that one. So that's an incomplete pass, and now it is 4th and 14. We'll see if they kick a pretty little field goal right here.
Yeah, I was noticing their kicker on practice and for the game. They got a pretty good little kicker. He does well.
And he boots it.
Oh, yeah.
I believe that one was good.
That was good. So with 6:18 left, it's going to be 10-0, Alcoa.
Yep. 6:18 in the first quarter. Your score is 10-0. And Alcoa is going to lead this one from the beginning.
Yeah. I think we can consider that a win on that drive.
No.
If they stopped them with a field goal.
Well, you're stopping the higher points, but you still get scored on.
Yeah.
You got to stop that.
I know. I'm just saying it's worse. It's better than what the
it's a lot better than a touchdown every series. But the Indians are ready to receive this time. Maybe they'll do something with kickoff turn this time.
Yeah.
Get a little bit farther than they did last time.
It's like Alex back there.
Alex and Pickett. That's Adam Pickett on the other side over there. Hudson and Pig in the back. And looks like Colin, Caleb Reed. Can't get you any more numbers because they're so far away. Dylan Sanders is over there. In the middle of the field there. Middle of the Sparks lineup. And here comes the kick for number 56 there. Deep kick into the end zone. Touchback.
About thought it was going to go out of bounds right there.
I was hoping it was. I believe that's why he let it go.
Yeah.
But that's a touchback, so the Indians are going to start again from their own point.
Let's see if we can get something figured out this time. We got to get a couple first. We didn't get a first down yet, have we?
Nope, we ain't got a first down yet.
We got close.
We got it close. 6 inches.
Yeah.
And Barker under center hands it off to Stevens on the outside. He goes absolutely nowhere. In fact, I think he went backwards.
Looks like we got way too many linemen standing up watching the ball game.
Yeah.
We're going to get a hat on somebody.
And the Indians lost yards there. 2nd and 11. We're going to see if the Indians can come back and actually try something instead of running field.
Yeah, we got to go. We got to go west, boys. Go west.
Got to go west.
Because we're going left to right. We're going east to west.
And it's a screen. Oh, hey, Barker goes right in the middle. Hey, Barker's got a first.
Woo, what a, oh, that was a good run right there.
Great run from Barker. Straight up the middle.
Heck yeah.
It looked like a screen pass that he just turned into a run.
Absolutely.
Stevens was looking for the ball, and it wasn't there. Barker goes straight up the middle.
Don't know if that was a planned run, fake off, or what, but it sure didn't work. Perfect. I think it is.
Golly.
That's about, what, a 14-yard gain.
That's our first down.
First down. We're on the 34. Looks like.
Looks like trick play in the kid. Yes, game right here. And he's going to pass this time, it looks like, and he gets it off to number 4, that's Alex Hudson, and there's no flag. Alex looking for a flag.
Yeah, he was looking for a flag. Couldn't quite see what was going on right there, but judging from the crowd, you never know, but judging from the crowd, it could have been either way. Maybe they're going to let them play tonight.
But Colin Hudson comes in for, looks like his brother. I don't think his brother's back out there on the field. Colin comes in.
Put out to the left.
Yep. Wide left. Pickett on the outside there. And Barker takes the snap. He's going to run himself on the outside.
He's got Barker.
He got a good game out of that. Or game.
3 or 4 yards.
6 maybe.
That's the 41.
He got about to the 41-yard line from the 33-yard line. So that's a pretty good game there. 7-yard gain there from Barker on the outside running himself. Gotta do whatever works. Barker's been running a lot this past playoff game. That's all right. He's a big boy. He can do it. And this time he tosses it to Davenport. Davenport gets tripped up in the backfield, stops him at the 40 there. And that'll be, I believe that's 4th and 3. I believe them boys have done their homework. They know what how to get. They know they don't need to be taking Hunter on the head on. They just going to go for his feet. Yeah. If anybody tries to take Hunter on head on, they going to have a problem. They might have a broke helmet. Yeah, probably. He broke 3 of his own helmets this year, too. That's what I've been told. He did last week. We actually watched one of the freshmen take his helmet off and hand it straight to him. Yeah. But this time, Barker's going to take the snap. He's going to fake it! But oh, no. I don't know what happened to our cameraman, but he got faked out. He did too. I believe he thought he kicked it. I don't know what happened. But Barker tried to run there, and it just didn't go there. So it's first down for Alcoa once again, this time on the 41-yard line. So Barker got about to where he was a yard short. Yeah, that was a little better spot to try it, I think, than it was in there on the 30. I mean, it's weak as was in the backfield, though. True. It's a rough play. But this time Myers set up in double shotgun. That's not Myers. That's the new quarterback. Oh, we go! Intercepted by Davenport. Somebody. He's over another player. Running over somebody. He gets out of bounds at the 36-yard line. Heck yeah. So, he just run over 2 players and Mr. Football. Hello. That's right. That's right. Mr. Hunter Davenport just intercepted a big pass. I thought the other player caught it. I know. That was a confusing play. And then you see Hunter come around backwards. And I'm like, oh, he's exactly. Going away. Yeah. All right. Cameraman, can you get us a name on number 1 for Alcoa? And this time, hand off Stevens up the middle. He's got a little bit of yardage. He gets to the 40, 42, maybe 41. And I'm sorry. 41. Good little run, though, from Stevens. That's a 5-yard gain. Maybe that'll be a little bit of a pump up for him. Get him fired up and get the ball rolling here. That's all it takes, usually just one play to get him fired up. It does. Get him knocked out of that. That was a good one there. That funk they in. Oh, yeah. That was a great play there by Davenport. But now Barker takes it and goes up the middle of it again. He gets a couple yards before he stops. Gets maybe to the 43-yard line. That looked like that was to be like a version of the Statue of Liberty. Yeah, it was. But no, not. Yeah. Without the handoff. Yeah, without the handoff. He just took it himself. He did get a couple yards. He's sitting at 3rd and about 2. So we'll see what the Unions do on 3rd and 2. Believe they'll probably hand it off to Davenport. He did. And they do. And I believe he's about a yard short again. Yeah, they're going to call him down on the 45-yard line. Sitting there a yard short. And I just watch us go for it on 4th down this time. Looks like we're going to. They're getting a pretty good surge on the defensive line. On the offensive line's getting a pretty good surge on the defensive line, but they're just coming off their blocks and tackling us. They are. And keeping their eyes open and getting off. Call false down again. Yeah. Try to get him to jump, but no, he's going to take it himself. He's got the first. He's got a little bit more. He's still going. Down at they come down at the 50-yard line. 50-yard line. But that's the first down. It is a first down. 2 first downs in 1 series, finally. That's some tough running from a quarterback, I tell you what. It's going to take a team effort. Well, you saw him last week. They pushed him for 10 yards last week. I know, right? I saw that.
he just kind of laid up on the pile and they pushed him on in.
He just kept going. He didn't want to go down.
Yeah.
Like he was, what do they call that, body surfing at concerts?
Yeah, body
That's what he does. He body surf. Rock on, dude.
And now Barker's under snow. He's in shotgun and hands it off to, looks like Dylan Sanders. And he gets about 40 yards on that play.
That's some don't quit running right there.
Oh,
He just found a little crease and got what he could.
Good play for Sanders on the end of the
That's a little
round.
hobbling there, though.
He's got ankle problems, but he plays right through them.
Yeah.
And
Well,
got
I'm sure in this game he ain't going to come out very long.
a lineman tiny shoe out there. I'm not sure who that is. I think that's Noah. It is Noah. He's up. But Parker, you're going to go. Why is my cameraman not doing his job? There we go. They swap up their formation. Barker in shotgun on the Stevens Society. He's going to run again, but this time has to slide before he's demolished by 3 tornadoes.
That little 21 got him right there in the backfield.
He got
Got a hold of his ankles and they
hit
fell.
a little hard on that play.
Yeah, I don't know which number that was.
He got up a little close.
I think one of them fell on him.
They did.
And one just to go, ooh.
That should have been contact after the hit, or after the play.
Yeah.
He did slide down. And now we'll see what Barker does on this play. No, they're going to let the first quarter go to end.
Oh, look at that. That's right.
Okay. End of the first quarter, the Tornadoes lead the Indians 10-0. But this is still a ball game. The Indians are trying really hard to keep getting first downs, go roll down the field.
Yeah, we still got, 36 more minutes of football to play, so, it's a long game.
All right, now Chandler, we're going to send it back to Chandler in the studio for an update.
All right, guys. Looking at the scoreboard, of course, Alcoa at the end of the first quarter up 10-0 over Sequatchie County's ahead in the second. Also in the first quarter, South Pittsburgh up 21-7 over Greenback. And then Austin East struggling mightily with Marion County. Marion County up 14-0 over the Roadrunners. Marion County with some Wile E. Coyote action. I do apologize. I think I said 21-7. It is 14-7. They just changed the score back to 14-7 for South Pittsburgh. Greenback. But South Pittsburgh still leads that one by a touchdown as we head into the second quarter with all these games. Back to you guys.
All right, and now Indians are lined up in some sort of formation. Full house. We'll call that full house formation. But Barker going after a pass. It's to Stevens. Stevens doesn't make it to the first down marker, and now it'll be fourth, and it looks like 2, maybe 3. They are now in Alcoa territory on the 43-yard line of Alcoa. But it'll be fourth, and it looks like 3 or 4.
My eyesight looks like it's, I'm going to say 4 yards.
Yeah.
A long 3. How about a long 3?
Yeah. I'm sure you'll probably see Barker punt on this one. But I'm not going to call it on him, but...
Well, we ain't the ones making the big money, but I think if I was doing it after what happened in the first quarter, I think I'd probably punt it. Like, try to play some field position.
Yeah.
But, you never know.
Yeah.
Well, I ain't no mind reader.
Yeah, but the Indians called timeout here, and I'm not sure why, but Abraham is on the field.
Really?
Why would Abraham be on the field right now? I have no clue.
Now, what yard
Well,
line are they on? That's the question.
They're on the 43-yard
line.
That would be a 53-yard field goal. I mean, Abraham is it comes from a long line of kickers, but I'm not sure he can make that.
Oh, he's lining up in punt formation, I believe.
The line of scrimmage is the 43, so they'd probably be able to have to. That'd probably be about a 60-yarder there.
Yeah.
Taylor, I'd say. Yeah.
And
Don't mean to correct you there.
Timeout here. What is their counting plays? Oh, he's got blood on him. Okay.
Well, Greg,
You know
it's
what
all
I'm saying?
right. I failed statistics in college, so I'm not that good at numbers.
Dylan Sanders had to come off the field. He's got blood on his arm there. I gotta get that off of him before he can come back out.
Well, Chandler, at least you're honest and you're not bashful.
Well, I have to be
And-
honest in this profession. I can't exactly hide everything. Everybody finds out the truth in a small town anyway.
Gets
So
the deep punt off, and no, it'll go out of
Not a
bounds
good punt at all.
way back.
Oh, my.
He's still walking.
Oh, he's got
That's a
he's
30-yard
line.
I didn't think it was
What,
out of bounds. That is.
13-yard net punt.
That ain't no good.
No.
Uh,
Should just let him
Barker
punt
has
it
to work on a little bit more punch back.
Punt it to the wide side of the field.
Put it down on the 2-yard line. But now, we're going to see I formation from Myers and the Tornadoes. And he's going to drop back fast. No, he hands it off up the middle to number 30. And he's tackled this time by number 37. That's Davenport.
Yeah, looks like Adam had to test him out on that one, too.
Yeah, I don't think he got about.
How about?
I can't see the play marker. But it number 30 on the run there.
Oh, there was a penalty.
Oh,
Got about 8
holding
yards on the
flag.
play, but there's a penalty on the play.
Holding, I believe it is.
It's like it was holding.
No.
Nope, offside. On the offense.
And that'll
Well,
bring it
first
way
and
back
15.
there. That's first flag we've seen all right, ain't it?
I believe that is the first one.
Second flag.
well, you got to think too that every time we have a game and there's like a few flags, we always look at it and say it's no Grundy County. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember,
I remember that 70 flag game. That was ridiculous. Just from one team.
number 30 for Alcoa.
It's about
It's about 5, maybe 6 yards.
Yeah, we'll call it 6 yards on that play. But now it is second and 9.
9. Long 9.
Yeah, long 9. And Myers looks like he's going to line up in the double shotgun with 2 backs. And he does. He hands it off this time to number 33. He's got a little bit more yardage than number 30 did.
And this big old boy, he's a big one.
He's a fast big
And
old
he
boy.
can run.
Golly, number 33 on the run that time. And he gets it down to the, where are they?
47.
Yeah, the 47-yard line.
47.
He can run.
Yeah, I knew it.
He's a big
About
old boy.
245 pounds.
That's like me running that shit. He's a big old boy. And Myers takes the shotgun and hands it. No, fakes it. He's going by himself. But he's tackled, grabbed by the foot. That's Davenport on the foot tackle.
He must have shot a gap. He's usually on the second level.
But that's second and 6 yards. And Myers, not sure where he's going to line up this time. Looks like under center this time. Nope. Back in shotgun. Double run back with shotgun. Hands it off to number, I believe that was 11? Or was that number? 34. Okay. They're swapping up running backs on me like it ain't nobody's business.
And he's just running by. Look like we're trying to arm tackle him, and they're just
Right up the
slowing
middle.
down.
Right up the middle. Every time. We got to like to thank our 432 listeners. It ain't even halftime.
Yeah.
8:53 left until halftime, by the way.
Happy Thanksgiving to 432.
Yeah.
Glad you could join us.
And handoff number 33, this time brought down by, looks like Davenport.
Yeah,
It is
it's like
Davenport.
Davenport and Colin there. Who's 29?
29, that's the other thing.
Is that different? There's 2 or 3 of them on that tackle.
And Gabe Jackson comes in for Joseph Colton on the line there. And Myers getting his team ready. I believe it's Myers. Or is that other quarterback? That's the other quarterback. That ain't Myers. Who is it?
13.
Oh, yeah, that is mine. Okay. He hands it off to number 30 this time, but he
Rock.
right at the line of scrimmage.
24. Who's 24?
David Stevens.
Looks like he got the initial contact and,
Well, I mean,
Turner
he kind of ran
finished
into a pile of 3 people.
yeah, that was, as, the great Wayne Reynolds would say, a host of Indians.
Oh, yeah, there you go. But he only gained maybe half a yard on that play.
Did he even gain? He might have lost a little.
He did get out.
Fills it out.
He did get out to the outside, but now he's going to have to take third, number 33. And he goes for about 3, maybe 4.
He's a rumbling and tumbling. 33, yeah. Malik Salter.
And
Stop.
third and about 5 now for the Tornadoes. And it looks like, yeah, that's Myers up there. Going to take the snap and shotgun. This time with only one running back. He takes the snap, getting ready to pass. Goes out to number 12. He catches it. Or no, he dropped it. He caught it on the ground there. So he dropped that. That'll be 4th down and 5.
No, looks like they give it to him.
No?
Looks like they must have given him the catch. Because they offside.
Oh. He's come out of lane. Oh. He's down when he caught it, and he got about 2 yards on the play. Maybe 2.
4th down.
4th and about 4.
We need a big stop right here.
Indians have got to make a big stop here. 6:30 left in the second quarter. And there's a jump on the end of the line. I believe that's Holston, but he did not go over the line there.
Timeout.
And timeout, Alcoa. Chandler, we're going to send it back to you in the studio.
All right, guys, looking at the scoreboard, we got some doozies out there tonight. Marion County up 14-0 over Austin East, the Roadrunners as they're called. Wile E. Coyote action going on right there. South Pittsburgh up 14-7 over Greenback. And that was 21-7 earlier, but I think they called the touchdown back for South Pittsburgh. That's a very good rivalry there. They've been playing in the postseason for a while. Of course, Alcoa up 10-0 in the second quarter over Sequatchie County. The winner of this game plays the winner of CPA and Liberty. CPA holds a 3-0 lead right now, guys.
All right, well, Indians still kind of huddled up over here. I believe our coach called that timeout, though, didn't he?
They did?
All right. So, coach called 2, and our coach called 1. Our coach had 2 timeouts left. Indians won this half. And Alcoa finally coming back out there on the field. They took that timeout. They took a long timeout. Yeah. And 6:25 left until halftime. Tornadoes, we're going to have to stop nothing.
We have to get behind them.
And Myers takes the middle.
Oh,
Goes outside now. He gets another shoot, but he's going to be pushed out of bounds by Stevens at the 27-yard line. That's a long game for Myers on a 4th down.
4th and 4, and he gets about 8.
Yeah. Not good. The Indians are going to have to watch him on that run.
He couldn't go anywhere. I mean, they had the hole stopped up, but he bounced it out and, got that first down.
And now he hands it off to big number 30. No, yeah, number 30. And he gets another first down, it looks like.
Yeah, we're just not getting off our blocks like out in the middle. They don't have much of a hole, but I just can't get off our blocks.
First down now. The Tornadoes are on the 16-yard line. Indians not really trying to stop them anymore.
Don't look like it. It's been a long drive. They may get me to get a little gas. We've not ever had to.
This has been one of the longest drives.
Yeah.
And number 33 gets fouled this time. He's tackled this time by Caleb Reed and Adam Pickett.
You know, this team's not going back down. They're going to come at you just like we do. And we're just going to take tougher than them.
And they've got a lot more depth than the Indians do. On first-string players.
They had half the field full on the hands warming up.
Oh, man. And now Myers under center. Hands off to number 30. He goes up the middle and gets down at about the 6-yard line, maybe 5.
And his backs are just jumping from side to side. They get close and they jump and our feet just went out again.
Oh my God.
I'm going to have to try to look out the window now. Our feet just went out again, Chandler. Right there under center. Handed it off to 33, and he's in for the score. He's in for the score. Yeah, Salter. So that was he got in for the score, went around the right side of the line, made a few moves. Oh, there's a flag on the play. Looks like it's a holding. So take that 6 off the board. Now it's 10 yards. It looks like it's first and goal on the 15. So now they're going to have to try it all over again. So we'll see what happens. So now we got our feet back up. So it looks like they're Alcoa's under center. He's back to pass.
Throws out
miscommunication, throwed it out of bounds and incomplete. So that makes
communication from the wide receiver there. The quarterback looks like he knew where he was supposed to throw it.
Yes, you have a point. There was miscommunication somewhere, that's for sure.
From the receiver, it looked like to me. But
anyway, I'll go with you.
That wasn't a touchdown.
No, it wasn't a touchdown.
Had to run upstairs and see what was.
So second and goal from the 15th. Looks like with 4:42 to go.
And Myers takes a snap shotgun, and it's off to number 30. He goes absolutely nowhere.
In fact, that
down
made him go nowhere.
15-yard line.
Right. It's third and goal from the 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did not gain a single yard.
Make a stop in the red zone there.
Absolutely.
And it looks like timeout. Alcoa, I believe. It is Alcoa.
Yes, Alcoa does take a timeout.
So, Chandler, got any updates for us?
I do. CPA was leading 3-0 all go. Liberty just scored 7-3. Liberty, winner of that game, plays the winner of this one. South Pittsburgh now tied with Greenback 14-14. That touchdown was called back, now coming back to haunt the Pirates. And Marion County up 14-0 over Austin East in the second quarter. And, of course, your Indians trail the Alcoa Tornadoes 10-0 right now, but they are heading down the field. They're on the 15-yard line, third and goal for Alcoa, guys.
All right, well, Alcoa just now coming back out on the field. Indians still in the huddle there. We're going to see what they do on this third and 15 goal line. So they got a score. They got a fourth down where they'll probably have to kick it.
Yeah, they got two tries, looks like. We're going to have to keep our heads up and our eyes open.
I'm sure if they miss touchdown here, they probably kick it.
I would say they probably will. They got a good kicker.
But let's see. Myers takes the snap shotgun. He's going to run himself. It looks like.
Oh, it's first. And they didn't stay at home.
The Indians didn't stay at home. He cranks it
down to the 3. Looks like
did not get in the end zone, so it's a 4th and about 3. It looks like.
We did have a few stayed at home, got back in their position, but they just
got lucky and didn't let it score.
He said, jumping around like a jackrabbit out there.
He is. That was number 11. That was catalog on that reverse there.
Yeah, I thought he was supposed to be a running back.
He is, but I believe they're lining him up at right receiver.
Did they have the whole game?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
And Alcoa takes the final timeout of the half.
Yeah, Alcoa does take a final timeout.
now I will say that Kellogg, he is an actual wide receiver. They've just lined him up at running back. He's probably like a I don't know how to describe. Probably like Austin Stevens, where sometimes they'll send him out for a pass, but they don't really line him up. But they line him up at wide receiver, and they'll send him in to run. So he's a very versatile player, and I mean, y'all can see tonight there's a very good reason he's a Mr. Football finalist, as Davenport is.
Absolutely. That could be classified as a dual threat, like they do the quarterback. Huh?
Yeah, it's like mine.
Yeah.
And actually, the thing about it is, he is up for back of the year as well as Davenport. So the winner of this game will probably determine who gets that Mr. Football award on Monday.
Yeah, that sounds right. Sounds
about right, yeah.
I wish they wouldn't do it on a win-loss record. It takes a whole team effort. It ain't just one person. They ought to go on stats and stats alone. But
Yeah.
I know that's a definite.
As good as Barker's been doing on the run. No, we ain't really used much back.
I know. So here we go.
But they're going to go for it on fourth down.
Fourth and goal on the 3.
And they hand it off to number. No, he fakes it. He's going to go outside the pass. And he's got to get in. He got in. That's a touchdown, Alcoa.
He beat us to the corner.
That was going to be something that was coming into this game that was going to be a big issue was, could Sequatchie County beat Alcoa out to the sidelines out there, and they showed right there that they could, at least for now, get out and beat them to the sideline, and that was how that touchdown was made.
Yeah, he was just a split second quicker than him.
That's good.
They got out there and made a play out of it anyway.
So that is 17-0 from the Tornadoes. Putting it on the Indians right now.
Yeah, with about 3:30 left in the half.
Yeah.
And
hopefully Scorch come back up.
we won't have to come find some answers right here.
Maybe they'll come out like the Balls did in the second half.
Yeah, let's hope to do that. We need to make it. I believe that they're been a little bit competitive, but
they have played okay defensively. You can't let another team score on you like that.
Well, that was a long 80.
That was an
80-yard drive. Knocked probably 5-6 minutes off the clock.
80-yard drive that started at 30.
That's where still
that punt.
Yeah.
But
that's
now
drive.
It's going to be kicked off from Alcoa to the Indians with 3:30 left in the second quarter. And looks like we got back there. Here's the kick from looks like 96. It's a deep one. Fielded from Pickett. He dropped it, but he gets it back up. He's got a little bit of room. He gets to the 27-yard line.
That was a pretty nice run back. Had a little bit of a hole there after he dropped it there. About the time he got in that hole, it collapsed on him.
If he hadn't dropped that ball, I believe he could have had a little bit more time.
Yes. That few seconds he stumbled there with that little bit of a bobble probably cost him a big run. Possibly 6.
Possibly 6, yeah. I mean, that was a good little run from Pickett, though, on the kick. Now, Parker is going to come out under center on the first play of this drive with Davenport behind him. He gives the ball to Pickett. Pickett goes up the middle. He's still on his feet. He goes down at the 45-yard line. That was the 43-yard line.
43. That was a huge play. Huge play. Faked it 3 times, 3 different backs, giving it to Adam Pickett, and he just blisters it down through there.
That's in Alcoa territory. That's a long run from the Indians. Good run by Pickett. Pickett looked like he runs the railroad.
That's right. He looked like that cheetah on Bed Dogs and Broomstick. They better put the tire out.
Parker goes under that. No, he throws it in the ground right at Stevens' feet. That's incomplete. If he hadn't got it at Stevens' feet, though, that would have been intentional turn.
It's a good thing he was standing there. It would have been. You're right.
He didn't want to throw it straight up and let somebody intercept it either, though.
They were smart. Smart on his part.
Smart play. Still, you got a 2nd and 10, and you gotta get at least a few yards on 2nd sequence drive. But
Like,
it's just a pass play going on there.
yeah.
Now he's under center again with Stevens beside him.
Shotgun.
He's going to go out left or right this time to pass. He goes up the middle. He breaks the tackle, breaks it. Oh, he broke 2 or 3 tackles and then went backwards.
And without penalty.
Penalty field. I believe that's on the Indians, too.
Brady's probably going to be holding.
I believe
Personal
so.
foul. Face mask.
Face mask Indians. It's an accidental face mask on Barker trying to push somebody out.
I think it was a still farm in the face mask and his fingers got hung in it.
Yeah, so that'll be
But they are talking about it, so we'll make sure.
should only be a 5-yard penalty if it's be accidental.
Well, we'll find out right here.
And
Looks like it's 15. He indicated first that it was personal foul.
He's blowing the whistle at.
So we may get a different hold everything.
We should see a call here. Okay, 3rd and for
It was a personal foul face mask, but they declined it. So it's 3rd down in California, looks like, from the 49.
they didn't want them to have an extra play to keep going. That's what it was.
That's right.
But that also gives the Indians a chance from the yardage they're at. And he's going to try and pass this time. Gets it out to Hudson. That's Alex Hudson. And he gets it on down to 3 yards short of the first. That's a lot closer than they were a minute ago.
And that was a nice little play. And with 2:15 left in the half, we're probably going to go for it again. Down here,
sure.
It's 4-down territory right here.
Oh, yeah.
Right before the
Ball
half.
sitting on the 37-yard mark. Oh, 38.
38. Going to have a 3 yards to get the first down.
Shotgun with Stevens beside him. He's going out to the left. No, he's going to run himself. He shouldn't have run himself. He should have threw that ball.
Should have threw that.
He goes backwards on that play. Alcoa got a little rough on that play.
I believe Barker was a little upset with himself. He might have made he made a bad decision right there. Well,
that ball
goes over and down.
Yep. And that ball gets given back to Alcoa with 1:47 left in the second quarter.
Alcoa don't have any timeouts.
Indians have one. Yep. And the Tornadoes do still lead 17-0 if you're just doing this right now. But Myers takes the handoff and gives it to number 30. He goes up the middle and tackled by, looks like Alex. No, that's Davenport.
Davenport, and it looks like Colin kept him out there a little bit.
Colin was there just in case he needed to go down there.
That's right. Little insurance.
But normally when Davenport hits you probably don't down.
That's pretty low.
And Myers in shotgun this time.
It's not.
He's having to run himself. Kyle Cates got an angle on him, but he goes out of bounds.
Doesn't gain a few yards. Looks like it
That's
might
a
even be first down.
That's definitely a first. And the play for that.
47.
The Indian 47.
You know, that's the bad part about having to do or having a quarterback that can run as quick as he is. You try to contain him. If you're getting contained, he finds a hole, he's gone.
And he tosses it straight back to number 30. That's 30. Davenport back there with him. And he gets about 4 yards on that play.
Tell you what, that Davenport just don't give up. He got tangled up with his own player, and he still
kept going.
Kept going and made the tackle.
He does the same thing on offense when he's got the ball. He run over that player. He don't care.
I like it.
He says, "Get out of my way. I'm going."
What we got going on
there? Timeout to Sikorsky. Last timeout For them, no timeouts on the clock at all.
No timeouts. We got 45 seconds left in the half. Alcoa with the ball.
Great job in the headphones, bro.
I keep forgetting we're having to share some earpieces.
We got a splitter.
Keep pulling it out.
Yeah, we got to upgrade a little bit. Chandler, we're going to send back to Chandler for an update while this is in timeout.
All right, guys. Of course, Alcoa up 17-0 over Sequatchie County right now with the Tornadoes having the ball. Austin East trails Marion County 27-0. Marion County have no trouble with them. Greenback tied with South Pittsburgh 21-21, and that callback touchdown is really, really hurting South Pittsburgh right now. They can't really get any space between them and the Cherokees. We'll send it back to y'all.
All right. Well, Alcoa's ready back out there on the field. Myers in shotgun with two backs right beside him there. And they get ready to go. And snap from Myers. He's going way back for a pass. He gets that pass off. He's going deep. Way deep. And nobody there. He threw it way over his receiver's head.
He was 5 yards into the end zone where that pass landed, and there wasn't anybody close.
Looks like they're trying to score a little
I
bit.
believe they are trying to get another score before the half. They scared. They afraid we're going to come back and this is all they scored last week.
Yeah, this is all they scored last weekend.
So
it is 3rd and 5, and I'm sure we'll probably see him try to get a first down here.
hand it off to number 30. He goes straight down. Immediately hit behind the line of scrimmage. Looks like he lost at least 5 yards.
He lost about 4 yards on that play.
Yeah. So that was a good play.
4th and 8.
Looks like that's probably going to be the last play of the half. The play clock is not in the play. Pardon the pun. We're down to 10 seconds, so yeah, they're just going to stand there and let the clock run out. That's about it.
And we are going to go to halftime with the Tornadoes leading the Indians 17-0 at halftime. This is the worst Squatchies had a lead on themselves.
Yeah, I believe that the whole season, this is as far as this is the biggest deficit that they've had to come back with, and we're fixing to see what kind of team we got now.
Chandler, you got anything to say to us before you go to halftime break?
Oh, well, I mean, this is kind of, not a usual place for the Indians. They've not been down by this much at all this season. I mean, yeah, they've had close games, but no one has really led them at half, and I don't think they've been shut out at halftime any time this year that I can recall. I mean, the closest I can see this feeling coming would be Warren County, but Warren County was only ahead, by a few during that game. They came back late and led. But, I mean, this is an odd position for the Indians, and I think coming in, a lot of people were kind of expecting Alcoa to just take over, and, I kind of I didn't disagree or agree with that. But, I mean, this is going to be a tough game for the Indians if they do win. It's probably going to have to go into overtime or greater at the rate that both these teams are scoring right now. I mean, 17-0 and a half is not very fast scoring when you think about it.
Oh, absolutely. And, it's I think a lot of people were, a lot of the media at least, was expecting Alcoa to come down here and just blister our hind ends and hand it to us. Because
I ain't really done that.
Oh, because they're Alcoa, and da-da-da-da. But, we stick it to them. I mean, they've scored. They've had a long drive, but I believe there's potential. We'll get it figured out, get some adjustments made, and come back and see what happens.
All right, and we got some scoring updates, and we're going to send to the half here in a second. Sequatchie County, of course, trails the Tornadoes 17-0 right now. Marion County up 35-0 over Austin East, having no trouble with the Roadrunners. Greenback, South Pittsburgh tied at 21. And then looking down the road, whoever wins this game will play the winner of CPA and Liberty. Liberty winning that one 13-3. I got some bragging rights on that one. I've got a friend at school that's from Liberty, so Yeah, we got a bet going to see who gets to the playoffs, and I'm not looking good right now.
All right.
All right, so we're going to send it to the half and a break, and we'll be back after some old school Chevy by Jean Couille. We'll see you on the side.
I'm in that old school Chevy, pockets getting heavy. No, I gotta grind and keep from falling like confetti. In that old school Chevy, pockets getting heavy. No, I gotta grind and keep from falling like confetti. In that old school, I'm in that old school. I'm in that old school. I'm in that old school Chevy. Tired of 9 to 5s, don't live the high life. I'd rather grind, y'all are running through the motions. I'd rather climb. I told her lace up, homie, when your hands are tied. Nah, I be coming for the top spot. It's my time, y'all can go now. I stop watch, get it, my time. Stop watch, wordplay, got them on their toes like hopscotch. Hey, I got the flow that you would die for. I'm looking at them through the scope on my rifle. I might pull the trigger, take your life on the mic, or I might let it slide. I've been trying to read the Bible more. You fools know I'm back to drop. I keep my feet a cap flat. I keep my blue collar pop. I'm in that old school Chevy. Pockets getting heavy. No, I gotta grind and keep from falling like confetti. In that old school Chevy. Pockets getting heavy. No, I gotta grind and keep from falling like confetti. In that old school. I'm in that old school. I'm in that old school. I'm in that old school. Yeah. Sequatchie County, born and raised. Partner rappers on my platter, I ain't eating days. Below the surface, you can find a way. But in high grass, you will find snakes. Let me get that. I'm a rip it, I feel it, I'm independent, I'm finna kill it. My pictures are painted vivid, I'm on. If I say that I'm in it, I'm so ahead of them mentally. Got two brains with the same mind. Man, I want it in the worst way. Fake rappers like, can I get a verse, hey? I just treat them like a home run to ring. I'ma throw it back. It's not even Thursday. Do another jab, but they don't understand my wordplay. Now they nervous stomach turning like a first date. I do my thing, no mercy. Cause if you swing and miss, you will never end up with first base. Man, it's like I'm in a battle. I'm fighting for the power. No matter what, I will devour. I will never come unravel. No matter if I'm up creek, need even without a paddle. You couldn't reach me on a ladder. Even if you stacked it on top of a couple scaffolds. I'm the type to rip individuals who be actors. My city on my back, it looks something like I'm in that old school Chevy. Pockets getting heavy. No, I gotta grind and keep from falling like confetti. In that old school Chevy. Pockets getting heavy. No, I gotta grind and keep from falling like confetti. In that old school. I'm in that old school. I'm in that old school. I'm in that old school Chevy. Pockets getting heavy. Old school Chevy. Pockets getting heavy. Man, I gotta grind and keep from falling like confetti. Old school Chevy.
Hey, Cooley, let me kill that real quick. I'm in that old school Chevy. My pocket's getting heavy. Lord, I gotta grind to keep from falling like confetti. I'm in that old school Chevy. My pocket's getting heavy. Lord, I gotta grind to keep from falling like confetti. Yeah, I'm in that old school Chevy. My pocket's getting heavy. Lord, I gotta grind to keep from falling like confetti. Yeah.
And welcome back to Spirit Nation Radio. I'm Chandler Morrison. I got some stats for you. Sequatchie County with 76 rushing yards, 16 passing. Alcoa, 6 passing yards, but 168 rushing yards. As spread out as they were, it looked like they were going to try to pass a lot. Robert, what's your reaction to those stats?
It's ridiculous. I mean,
ridiculous.
So yeah, Sequatchie just cannot get anywhere in the run game, really. I mean, the good yardage they have is from passing. And the fact that Alcoa is only passed 4 times and had 1 completion. And he was already down on his knee whenever he caught the ball.
I mean, 6 yards passing from a team that runs a spread offense is very weak, I think.
That's very weak, especially in the passing game for a spread offense. That's ridiculous.
And I mean, you think about this, too. Their Mr. Football player is a wide receiver. I mean, he's listed as a wide receiver, yet they only have 6 yards, and I think he caught that pass, didn't he?
Oh, Kellogg?
Yeah.
No, it was number, I believe,
and he didn't
4 or 14 that caught it. Yeah, he didn't even catch it.
Yeah, I'm not understanding that one at all. I mean, that's a kind of a weird stat there as we go forward. But Sequatchie County with 76 yards rushing compared to Alcoa's 168. That's nearly a 100-yard gap there in rushing yards. Alcoa higher, and that shows you how Alcoa has won this been winning this game so far is by the rushing. And I think they come in and said, you know what, we are going to run. And, I was talking to Ward Gossip in Times Free Press before the game, and he said, Alcoa is going to pass all over him. I said, look, Sequatchie County has a passing defense. He kind of laughed. I said, they have 14 interceptions this season. He kept laughing. I said, all right, whatever you want to believe, but, I mean, they've got a pretty good chance to stop them in the passing game. And thus far they have only 6 yards passing. But they still got to stop that run.
More passing yards.
What's that?
I mean, the Indians have got more passing yards than they do, and they've got more completions as well.
If I had told you if I just told you that Sequatchie County had 16 rushing yards, are you going to take Alcoa over or under 16 rushing yards? What would you have said?
I'll try to have said anything.
You probably would have said over. I mean, I would have thought Alcoa would have had more than 16 rushing yards.
Yeah, definitely.
But they have less than what the Indians have right now. That's very, very shocking to say the least. I mean, Ethan Barker's not had to pass this year. And not to say he's a good or a bad passer. I don't think he's that bad of a passer at all. Do you, Robert?
He's not. He really isn't. He's just where it needs to be.
Yeah, I think he gets overshadowed a lot by this rushing game that just takes over the offense. I mean, when you sit there and you say, well, he didn't have to pass, well, he really doesn't. If I was a quarterback and I had Davenport and Steven, I would figure out a way to get them the ball when I pass. And guess what? Guess what Ethan does? That's what he does. He throws it to Davenport. He throws it to Steven. I mean, I don't think, except for Spencer Abels early in the season before he got injured, he doesn't really have a wide receiver, quote unquote, that he sends it out to besides Alec Hudson. And then he sends it out to, Davenport or Austin Stevens, and those are the ones that usually get the touchdowns. And they do incorporate Alec Hudson in the rushing game too. So, I mean, they get the ball to their running backs. I mean, that's just how he rolls.
Barker does have one wide receiver that almost never gets thrown to, and that's Dylan Sanders, and he's got hands, and he's shown it.
And that is true. And that's something that kind of baffles me, too, that you wouldn't get the ball to him, because he does have hands, and he's shown in the past that he can do things, and, he can rush, he can run the ball, too.
And, I mean, Davenport, he just got an interception earlier in the game, like right at the end of the first there. He was third, or I believe that's third, and one of them was a 6-6. And that was before the playoffs, I believe. Or maybe that's when we played, who was it? The first playoff game, who we played? Howard. I believe that was the game where he had a pick 6.
Yeah, and the thing about it is this pass defense is really, really good. I mean, you're talking about in 14 games, 13 and a half games, 15 interceptions right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's insane.
Yeah, and Sequatchie County is not known for its pass defense. I think a lot of people, and I've thought about this, and I've thought, Region 4-3A is a region that is kind of hurting the Indians as far as, it's not that, that stellar of a region, but you sit back and look at that region, all it's done is improve the Indians' passing defense. The one place on the field where you knew you could beat them by throwing it out, and it's really improved on that. And I'm just astonished every time I turn around how good the passing defense is for Sequatchie County.
It's been the best I've ever seen.
Yeah, especially for a bunch of white boys from the sticks, right?
Oh, yeah, man.
All right, we're going to take a break real quick. We got some snakes, we got some snakes in the grass from Sean Cooley. We'll see you on the other side of the break.
What I gotta do to get it through to you? How many times I gotta prove it to you? How many lives I gotta murder till you learn to be concerned that I'm rapping the rainy rappers like a hula hoop? Gonna make it, don't believe that. Sleep, think, eat, drink, breathe, rap. If you cut my veins open, I would bleed rap. Sorry for the way I finally got myself esteem back. Now they really don't want it, I'm so potent, I might blow. Cause my flow froze under my God-defined code. I rhyme defined, but inside I'm psycho. Trying to walk the line, but I walk on a tightrope. You the hardest, now that was a typo. Take you the lead type, I'm when I flow. All in, chips down, the way will I fold. See my pockets getting fatter, I may need lipo. I'm just playing, I be broke. I'm just really trying to sell just so I can stay afloat. They just wanna see me drown. We ain't on the same boat, a bunch of knock-knock rappers. I'm mistaken for a joke. Hey, shoulda aimed high. Trying to shoot me down, they don't quit your day job. Word, is that the rule we play by? Snake in the grass, I'd heard it through the grapevine. They say that life is what you make it. I'm just trying to make it last. Got my foot matched to the throttle. Ain't no way I'll let it pass. I've seen way too many futures be affected by the past. I know they be gunning for me. I know they don't have a chance. I know them snakes in the grass. I'm just trying to make it last. I know them snakes in the grass. Ain't no way I'll let it pass. I know them snakes in the grass. I know they don't have a chance. You want attention to cash. You'll need a one of those last. Nah. Yeah. What's a pawn to a king? What's a king to a divine being? Don't intervene, don't speak, bow down, put your lips to my ring. I see these rappers need a hand and steady bow to my feet. I know it's hard to compete, cause I'm rock solid, Dwayne Johnson, who be bold. The stoners vibe to a white dude who be sober. I'm the one to be up next, man, I thought that you told them. Cause they rock with me and they stuck me with. They be riding up the block with me, going above 50. You feel it, I'm on the rise, an independent hip-hop enigma. Are you surprised I'm not taking what I am giving? I'm sick and tired of not having the pot to pissin'. I'm an anomaly, but not optimistic. Wide eyes on my climb to the top, I'm near it because the top percentile requires a fish. Whoa, bro, hey, could you slow it down? I took my seat up on the throne, you cannot hold my crown. My flow's cracking the trap, it's the doper sound. Yo, they was laughing at me, funny how they notice now. And I'ma come up fast, fake rappers get smoked. Puff, puff, pass, y'all don't even pull tricks, so I put you on blast. They ain't ready, stay checking for the snakes in the grass. Life is what you make it, I'm just trying to make it last. Got my foot matched to the throttle, ain't no way I'll let it pass. I've seen way too many futures be affected by the past. I know they be gunning for me, I know they don't have a chance. I know them snakes in the grass. I'm just trying to make it last. I know them snakes in the grass. I know them snakes in the grass. I know they don't have a chance. You want attention to cash, you'll need a one of those last. Nah.
Welcome back to Spirit Nation Radio. I'm Chandler Morrison here from the studio. We've got Robert Easterly and Greg Dawson on the call. How we doing out there, Robert?
I was trying to eat some Doritos, but I guess I can talk.
Oh, man. Why would you want to eat Doritos when the best game of the year is happening right in front of you?
Actually, the band's playing, and they had practice for 2 weeks.
And Robert would know this because his brother Jake's on that band.
Yep.
How's Jake doing, by the way?
He's the biggest one down there.
Just like you?
Yeah, probably. I think he's a little bit bigger than me, though.
Greg's going to get some coffee, or is he back with us right now?
Greg, yeah, he is back with us. You can talk to him while I eat them.
All right. So, Greg, what's your take on that first half? On that first half?
Well, I tell you what, Chandler, it looked like we was doing pretty good, but a few times I kept my eye on the offensive line, and it looked like we were getting good push on the defensive line. But I tell you what, Alcoa is they got some pretty quick linebackers, and I tell you what, their line seems to be pretty good, pretty quick to come off their blocks, and we get right there close, and they go out.
I mean,
Kickers.
When I watched film on them this week, I could see that they were going to be. It just didn't look very physical, but I mean, it must be physical if they're going on from the Indians. Excuse me. What I was trying to say was, I mean, the Indians are a pretty physical team. We talked before the game how Davenport and Cates are probably two of the better teams, or two of the better linebackers of the teams in the Valley, and maybe even the state when you look at it. But Sequatchie County, they're just having trouble with Alcoa, and Alcoa looks to be more physical than we thought, because it takes a very physical team to down Sequatchie County. We found that out pretty quickly.
Oh, I think you're absolutely right. I believe that East Ridge last week was a pretty good test of being a physical team, just like the Indians are, and now we're just getting a little bit more physical team, and that's what it's supposed to. I said earlier, that's what it's supposed to be at third, fourth round of the playoffs. You just keep weeding all the lesser teams out till you get to the best ones, and that's the way it works like it's supposed to.
Either way this goes, I think Sequatchie County is securely in that third place spot no matter what happens.
Oh, absolutely. And I don't think I don't even want to talk about it right now, but we'll go ahead and throw it out there. If the worst case scenario, I mean, they can't need to be hanging their heads by no means. They need to hold their heads high and be proud of what they've accomplished this year. Because these kids work hard each and every day, every week, trying to prepare for these different teams. It's just it's a testament to the coaching, the upbringing of these kids, and the maturity levels that they got. Tenacity, whatever you want to call it. So, but I think we'll get some adjustments made, and maybe we'll come out on the better end.
And, the pace of scoring here, I think the way that's going to work out, especially if Alcoa scores again, if the Indians are going to be able to pull this out, it's going to have to go, in late in the fourth quarter, or maybe even to overtime, and that would be kind of odd to see. I think this one could be headed for overtime if the Indians come back, because it doesn't look like it's too mismatched. It just seems like Alcoa is getting the breaks as we go along. Do you feel that way, Greg?
Yeah, I believe you're right there, Chandler. They seem to be getting a few breaks. We put ourselves in that situation, and we don't need to, and they just capitalize on them. But the tail of the tail will be this first possession, because I believe Alcoa is going to get the ball starting in the second half. So that'll be the telltale sign to see if we can't, keep them, get them 3 and out, and hold them to just a few yards, and maybe try to play some field position game with them. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it looks like they're not, playing their usual game. I mean, they're trying to control the ball, but Alcoa is just stopping them on defense. I feel like if Sequatchie County could get some first downs, it would at least keep the scoring side of it down for Alcoa, because Alcoa doesn't need much time to score. But if you give them, not a lot of time to score anyways, it's still going to be hard for them to score there.
Oh, absolutely, and Sequatchie County is going to have to we're going to have to have some sustained drives. They're going to try to have to limit they're going to have to get some manageable third down situations where they're not having, 3rd and 8 and 3rd and 6, 3rd and 10, whatever. They're going to have to cut it down to 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1, and make those first downs to keep those drives going and kind of wire their defense down. But looks like Alcoa's probably got a little bit of depth on us, and with a small school like we are, it's always been an issue. But I believe we can hang in there. It's just like you say, it's a matter of playing our game and sustaining some drives and keeping their offense on the field.
And how much time we got left on the scoreboard there, Greg?
Do what now?
How much time do we have left on the scoreboard there?
It just went less than a minute, so there's about 50 seconds or so before we get ready for kickoff. So sounds like the crowds are getting fired up. The the boys are too, so we should be getting underway in about 30 seconds.
All right, and Greg, you went down to get some coffee. What's the buzz down there in the stands?
When I went and got coffee, there was a little bit of a mixed emotion. Everybody seemed to be like they were still fired up. Still seems to be an electric atmosphere. We're just down by 17, and we tend to play 4 quarters of football, so we got 2 more left, and we'll just see what happens. We got 24. That's right, 24 more minutes of football left, so anything can happen.
And that is right. We're going to send it over to Robert Eashley and Greg Dawson on the call out from Dunlap for this second half of football. Guys, take it over.
Okay. And, wait.
Yeah, we're back on there. We got to get her a little earpiece. Hang in there with us. A little technical difficulties.
There we go. Okay. I can hear now.
Yeah, he thinks he's got he's special.
Oh, fine.
Got to have the right one. Or the left one. No, right one.
Yeah, that's the right one. Anyway, Indians that kick off to Alcoa. Not normal for the Indians. Normally they get to defer and they get that halftime.
Yeah, I believe 4 times than not this season. I believe that they've got to defer to the second half.
Just about every game. Just about every game, just minus a couple, but this is one of them.
We get to see what kind of a kickoff return that Alcoa's got. Looks like they've got 6 on the front line, expecting possibly a onside kick.
And it could possibly be.
It could possibly be.
Lined up. I don't think so.
No, he generally does it. Oh, it was. It was.
Barker lets it go.
And I believe we got it.
Sanders came up with that ball, I believe. But I think they called it out of bounds.
Oh, he didn't have control of it. Golly, boy, that was close. They definitely had a shot at that one. Alcoa was not expecting that.
The ball was touched by a player, so there's no flag on the play for ball going out of bounds.
That's exactly right. Well, somebody must have touched it, either Alcoa or Dunlap did. Somebody did, and it wasn't a penalty.
I believe Sanders did.
It looks like 1st and 10 on their 37-yard line.
Yep. And back to Myers. He screen passes off to number 11. That's Kellogg. Tackled by half the team of the Indians.
Looks like that was that same play that they started the half out, the first half out with.
And that's the only other pass yards that they've got on the game.
Right.
Which they only had 6 yards passes in the first half.
Kellogg is favoring his left ankle there, looks like. Left leg anyway. Limping just a tad.
As many players that got hit by, I believe it. But number 3 gets the ball this time. He's hit by Caleb Reed. That time doesn't go very far.
That was a pretty big hit, but he did cover quite a bit of ground, and it is a first down.
It is. Of course, Kellogg did have a few yards on that last play where he got to take it down a little bit, but still good tackles both times.
Yeah, they are doing, at least now, they are doing a little better on their open field tackling.
Davenport goes straight to the backfield, but number 30 gets out after Caleb Reed puts the hand on his foot and trips him up.
Yeah, we don't do any good when you get in the backfield fast like that. If you don't know where the ball carrier is, he'll just run right by you, and I believe that's what he did.
He did get blocked by number 33. He's a big old dude. He's about as big as Hunter is, maybe a little bit bigger.
I think they converted a lineman to fullback.
Yeah, it looks like. Definitely. He's a big man. But Myers gets the ball in shotgun, and he goes off to the side by himself. Tackled by Sanders and Pickett.
Looks like Alcoa is going to use their quarterback on a running situations and do some misdirection. Yeah.
Barker, he's a little bit bigger of a guy, but Myers, he's a little skinny fella.
Well, if you don't get down to the third level, though, he's got more guys his size, maybe even smaller, in our safeties and the quarterback.
Sanders will still hit you. He don't care. And Myers hands it off 33 this time. And he falls backwards.
I believe he ran into his own guy.
He tripped over his own lineman and ended up going. Well, it fell on his back, but he went forward for yards.
And he still got, he
got enough
3 or 4 yards anyway.
Yeah,
5.
Second, 5 or 6. Well, 5. No, second, 6 there.
Well, they are driving. This is going to be the telltale sign. We can't stop them. I hate to say it, it may be a long night.
Yeah, and this time he's tackled down by Davenport, it looks like. Uh-huh.
Some of these holes are getting so big, it makes you wonder if they might be some illegal stuff going on there. But, they hadn't caught it yet. So I guess they ain't.
8:45 left in the third with Alcoa in Indian territory down on the 18-yard line. And in shotgun, hands off to number 30, Cole. Takes up the middle himself, and he's brought down by number 1, that's Colin Hudson. And I believe that was number 52.
Yeah, that was a little trickery. It shows a little bit of depth that even running back possibly, because I don't believe I've seen that 34 in here yet. Of course, he was a decoy.
He did run by once earlier, and he got about 10 yards. Need to watch him a little bit, too. He got some speed. And this time, Myers hands off number 30. He's moved, but dropped down by Kyle Cates in the backfield.
Shooting the gap right there, got him in the backfield. Team effort right there, slowed him down a little bit. Cates came and cleaned up the mess.
Caleb Reed got to him first, and then kind of got spun off of it. Didn't really scratch him up, but Cates was right after him and finished that one up.
To finish it.
And that was a loss of 2, by the way. Second and about 12. And Myers takes the handoff. He's going left, right, and tackled down by Davenport and Colin Hudson.
Just amazing to me to watch these guys. They get in traffic like that and they still seem to find a way to get through.
And quarterback still running like nobody's business.
I guess that's what they call vision, ain't it?
3rd and probably 6 there. We'll see what they do here.
They're inside the 10. I believe they can get a first down.
And now Myers in the shotgun. Takes the handoff, goes up the middle, he's in the end.
He just run right.
And there's a flag after play. I believe that's not Alcoa.
Well, let's hope so. I hope we ain't. They're talking about it and see what's going to happen here.
Right now, but I'm not sure if it's on.
Maybe he just looked in the area that it had. Personal. Unsportsmanlike. It's on support.
That's still a touchdown.
Yep, and that'll be on to be enforced on the kickoff. Not like that could be a possible onside kick on Alcoa's part. We'll have to watch that out. But we are definitely going to have to come up with an answer for their running game. It's either a running back or the quarterback takes it. What do we got to stop and play here? I believe the referee is having to take some notes. He might be writing a letter home. I don't know. He's just standing there. Not real sure what's going on. Oh, he had to pick up grass. Maybe he needed a little nourishment or something. I don't know. That grass is kind of brown. I don't think there's any nourishment in that.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the
He
kick.
gets it up, and it looks like it's pretty. Yeah,
it's perfect for the night. So now that makes it 24-0 with 6:50 left in the third quarter. I don't know. We're going to have to do something. Not sure what. Defense is just not, they're getting blown off the ball and they're not getting off the block. So the running backs and even the quarterback are still dancing around and jumping around like Mexican jumping beans. They're just getting around them.
Yeah, they are. But I'm gonna bring this back to before the game started. I was down field house and talking to Ethan Barker and a couple other players. Barker said he had a dream last night. He woke up, thought it was Saturday, and that they had beat Alcoa last night. And the score was 24-14. Looks like it might go backwards.
Ooh. Well, yeah. You know,
Austin Stevens' dad predicted the game to be 24-14, and he didn't say which team.
Oh. Well, we got the 24.
Yeah, I see 24. That's on us.
Yeah, that was a 15-yarder stepped off on the unsportsmanlike conduct against the Indians, so that means the Alcoa kicker, he's got a good leg. He's kicking off from the Indian 45.
It's going deep, man.
And he just kicked the field goal. Ladies and gentlemen, right down the middle of the upright.
But that don't count.
So it does. That's right. It does not count as a field goal on a kickoff, but they show what kind of leg he has. So they'll be that was a touchback. So the Indians are going to have the ball on the 20.
Yep. Well, now we know how far this kid has distance for a kickoff.
Absolutely.
Because that was from what?
45.
So 45 yards.
And it went past the goalpost, across the wall,
that's a
and over the
55-yard touchdown. And a lot more on the end of it.
Yeah.
But Barker going around the end looks like he's going to pass. He does. He gets it to Dylan Sanders. Dylan Sanders got a few yards. Finally tackled by number 12.
Sanders on a great catch.
That was an amazing
Man, how to move and that's probably, 17-yard gain.
Me and Chandler were talking about Sanders not being thrown to during halftime, and they finally do, and look at what happened.
That's absolutely right. He made a good play, good catch, nice crisp throw. We'll see what happens right here.
And Barker under center this time, hands it off to Davenport. Davenport wanting to hit somebody and just couldn't do it there.
Just didn't have, there was nowhere to go. They stopped it up, and he ran into the back of his own player. Just stopped that hole right up. Maybe we need to go back to some pass plays. It looks like they've got an answer for our running game so far. I'm not sure about the scouting report on Alcoa, but yeah, they for sure have a
Barker under center this time, hands it off. Davenport again, he goes right up the middle. He's got first down.
And just as I say that, Davenport for 10 yards, he is in for a first down.
Golly.
Boy, it just made me look like an idiot, didn't they?
48 yards.
Kentucky's down to our 48-yard line for the first down.
I've never seen Davenport dog play in my life.
I know, he did. He did on that one.
And this time, Stevens runs up for somebody instead of Davenport.
I tell you what, I am noticing that when they go through that line, they're making sure they got both hands on the ball.
They are.
I think they learned their lesson a few weeks ago with all that. Was it like, yes, it was like when they had some fumbles in some key situations. They're not going to let that happen again.
2 fumbles, of course, that Stevens have only had, I think, 1 or 2 interceptions from. Not many thrown.
Right.
But a lot caught. Mm-hmm. Barker in shotgun, fakes the handoff to Richie around the outside, but Barker tries to go up the middle and just can't do it. May have got back to the line of scrimmage. Oh, he did. He got about a gain of a yard. Okay.
Yeah.
third and we'll call that 4, maybe 3.
What is that, third down?
Uh-huh.
Third 4 looks like.
And Barker in shotgun. Stevens deciding. Looking like he's gonna. No, he hands it to Stevens. Stevens gets about another yard and a half.
Yeah, maybe 2 yards. He's got a good spot. Looks like he's getting 2 yards.
So it'll be 4th and 1. It looks like.
I know hindsight's 20/20. You never know what happened, but looked like he might have should have kicked it to the outside. Looked like he had a little bit of room there on the outside. Might have had an angle, could have got the first down.
They could have, but them players are a lot quicker than me.
That's right. So it's 4th down and a long one.
It is a long one, but Barker lined up in shotgun, going around to the right side.
He's not.
He tries to. He may have. No.
I believe he might have got back to the line of scrimmage.
I believe he did get back to the line of scrimmage, but no first down for the Indians. That ball goes back to Alcoa.
Yeah, he needed nearly 2 yards. And, they're gonna measure.
Official timeout. They're gonna measure just because the crowd's yelling at them, I think.
Yeah, it could be. I doubt it.
You know, this is a really crucial play. I think we'll look back on the end of the game and say, you know, this play kind of determined how this game was going to go. You know, it's not over, of course, but the Indians are going to be hard pressed, and they're going to have to pass a lot more than they're used to doing here late because of time constraints. With this game now being down 24-0, they got to score 24. Actually, they got to score 25 points in the matter of a quarter and a half.
Yeah, I think you're right, Chandler. I think they're going to have to revert back to their passing game and try to get a good mix. Obviously, they've not been able to run the ball very well all night, except for just a few spurts, and they wasn't able to run it at the proper time. And they haven't, from what I can remember, they haven't done a lot of passes. So maybe that's going to be the key.
And that ball is actually closer than I thought it was for first down. But they're going to have to move our camera so we can see it.
Yeah.
Come on, Tyler, bring that camera on. And
he's a good yard short.
That is Alcoa.
It goes over on downs.
And,
well, here we go.
We got Rob.
Anyway, we're going to have to get it.
I said we got Rob. But, anyway.
Yeah.
Indians.
Well, we're just going to dig deep right here and do some stoppage on this Alcoa offense. They're spreading us out, running between us.
And they're going to try to jump snap. Hey, they're getting back to
the gap. They got him.
That's where it got into the
Lost
backfield.
a yard.
Huh? That board taking him backwards.
Looked like that was an all-out jailbreak right there. It's almost like they knew the play.
Lost about half a yard.
See if they do some more of that. May stay back.
And Myers takes a snapping shotgun. Tries to get them to jump, but they don't.
Look how far off the line they are, though. You notice that?
The Indians are way back off the line, but that's so they don't jump, I'm sure.
Maybe.
And they get the ball to number 34. He dropped down by 22. That's Taylor Reed and holding.
Flag, I believe that was on number 63. He tackled somebody. I mean, just flipped them around and, what do they call it in rodeo? Bulldogging.
Bulldogging, yeah.
Grabbed him by the horns and wrestled him to the ground.
And they called that holding. That's 10-yard penalty on that. Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. We'll get back to the football eventually.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you're talking about we're running the rodeo, are we?
Oh, yeah, man.
Sorry about that.
penalty is declined. That ball will stay right there, third. And
they declined it.
Just so it'd be third down.
Third down, and looks like 10.
I would have took a 7-20.
Looks like maybe at least a long 9, so let's see if we can't get a stoppage right here.
And it goes straight back to Myers. He throws the pass, and he caught it with a first down.
Set down a 15-yard gain.
He sat down on his butt and got that ball.
He sure did.
That's number 12 on the reception for Alcoa.
He knew how far he had to go. That's where he went, and he sat down.
He waited.
I'm done, fellas. I got it. Where we need to go.
Yeah. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in the third quarter. Third quarter's been the longest third quarter I've ever been to. Caleb Reed on a blitz there, and he catches it. Kellogg finally gets a pass that goes for more than 2 yards.
Yep. Looks like it was a pretty good kick. Oh, who was on him? Is that Dylan Sanders? I think Dylan Sanders was on it.
And he made it second one.
That was quite 10 yards.
And he hands it off to number 33. I'm pretty sure that ball came out, actually.
Well, he must have got it back. Look at that.
No, he had the ball. Okay. I thought I saw something around.
He might have lost it. Oh, he lost a little bit.
Nice.
Lost a yard at least. It's like it's a yard and a loss too now.
And Pickett's going to come off the field. They're going to put extra linemen up there.
That may be a short yardage situation right here, and looks like they're in the power I.
Power I.
Yeah, since you've seen that. That's what we were in when I was in.
And number 33 gets the ball. He's got a first. And the ball. Tackle in deep Indian territory.
Folks, we just do not have an answer for a 245-pound running back. Is all there is to it.
45.
I don't know. He might be too. I don't know if he's big. I keep figuring it out. I don't want him bad at me.
That's the biggest fullback I've ever seen this year.
All right, Greg, you're talking about 33 Salter, correct?
Yeah, that's Salter. That's Salter. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get the name.
Oh, no, you're fine. I was going to tell you how much he actually weighs.
200. Oh, how much was it? You got that fat?
He's listed at 5'9", 220. That's my playing weight.
That's bullcrap.
What, my playing weight? He's 220.
He don't weigh no 220. There ain't no way that boy's no 220. They know it. All right, folks, that's the end of the third quarter. We're going to send you back to Chandler now for some updates.
All right, guys. All right, halftime score, Marion County 35-0 over Austin East. Greenback leads South Pittsburgh 35-21. South Pittsburgh looked to be the one with the easiest road to the state. Greenback coming back from a 14-point deficit. Now they got a 14-point lead over South Pittsburgh in the third quarter. Of course, Sequatchie County is trailing 24-0 to Alcoa, and the winner of this game will play Liberty. The winner of Liberty and CPA, and Liberty winning that by 3, 13-10 at the moment. Guys, back to you. Or not back to you. That's fine.
Are we back yet?
Yeah, we're going back.
Well, all right, well.
But this guy is listed as 225.9. That's on Huddle. I mean, that's pretty accurate.
I'm telling you, dude, there ain't no way that boy weighs no. I mean, unless he had 245 at least. And I ain't trying to say he's fat or nothing. I mean, this boy, he is big. He's a big boy.
We'll see. Robert was calling a little bit of BS on the 220, me playing 220 in high school. I did, bud.
Well, this boy may be 35 years old. Oh, yeah. Did I say that right? Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Like they're in the power I again. Going back in the old school.
And He made no.
He turned the
34, turns it back into yardage. And Sparks is trying to get a call for holding on them right there.
Close right there.
Taylor Breed was getting held big time.
He was getting laid on.
Yeah.
It might have been.
He got up pretty mad too.
Yeah, there's supposed to be a little extracurricular.
Flushing County hadn't scored, but they're starting to get mad about all these flags not being called.
Yeah, it's
Coach Steve's wrong. And number 34 gets the ball again. And there's some more holding right there.
Yep, just a few yards on that one.
That they should have called that wasn't.
They're running the old school power I right now, eating up the clock, and we're down to 4th and 5 on the Indian. What's that, like 12 looks like? 17. So, looks like they're probably going to go for it. Yeah, they clock's down to 10. They're going to have to hurry.
4th and 4. With 10 minutes in the fourth quarter and you're leading this big, why do you go for it? Because you can get it. But you
there you go, riding.
But watch you stop them on 4th down.
Yeah, stopped him on 4th down. Did not have a chance to do what he wanted to do, and they just whole 7 was right. So there's a little little spark right there, folks. Maybe this will be a little
call. There was actually a flag on Alcoa. They just declined it, took the ball back.
Oh, it's offside.
It's offside on Alcoa.
I did not kick that.
And they declined it so they could keep the ball.
That's smart.
Yeah, that's real smart.
You don't want to give them an game.
No. After that was a great play to stop them, though.
Yep.
You got to do it again.
With a loss of yardage, it looks like it's 1st and 10 on the 22.
And Barker looking to pass.
Way downfield.
And he got for it, but he missed. That Colin Hudson on trying to get that reception. Big dive.
Just about a yard too far. What was that?
Laundry? There's laundry on the
Loading.
No.
Loading.
Looks like.
Unless they call it uncatchable. Oh, I thought we did.
Okay.
So it was holding on the defense. Holding on the defense.
Don't see that very much.
He had Barker had Colin Hudson down the sideline outside the number, way deep, and he had his man beat. And if the boy hadn't held him, he would have probably caught it. He got sick. So
now Barker
him, I guess.
has got a free first down. And he just throw it again, and he does, and almost throws it dead, and throws it dead in the numbers of number 23 on the defense, and he drops it.
Yeah, I think that boy was surprised that it came to him, because he didn't even know it He's like, hey, what was that?
What just happened?
He might have thought it was a fly or something.
He thought a fly hit him in the chest.
Yeah. But he did. He beamed him right in the chest with that ball. Luckily, he was surprised.
He didn't catch that.
Absolutely.
He a little bit tore up that he didn't even know that was coming at him. And he's going to have to Pickett this time. Pickett stops after a gain of, well, maybe that's good. Maybe a yard.
Watch out. Watch out.
Pickett getting a little rough after the play there. I don't see no laundry on the field yet.
Not yet. We got 9:50.
9:50 left. Without Alcoa leading 24-0.
We are third and. Scoreboard says 3rd and 9, and we're on the Indian 34, 33.
Yep.
We are in the fourth quarter, yeah.
They fake the handoff, and Davenport's going upfield. And starts to get pushed back.
What about the 39?
I think he made it to the 40.
But I think they're going to beat I think they're going to call it, 39. 38.5 maybe. I think that was a little bit of a bad spot, but who cares? I'm not on the field, so. But they're 49 of the first down. So it's 8.50 left in the ball game, and this is 4 down territory. You have got no choice. And you got to go for the Indians. You ain't got a choice there. You got to go for it. And he faced the handoff run to himself. He got it. I believe he got it. That'll be major. He's in the 43, looks like. Where that ball is sitting is where he got. And that looks like a first down to me. They're going to measure. Yeah, they're going to measure it. Oh, he's giving it to them. They're giving it to first down Indian on the, looks like the 40. I don't know. It had to be just inches over the 43. Wow. I think he had to get to the 42 and 3/4. Yeah, there you go. And he got to the 43. So that's a first down Indian. Parker gets the ball again. Fakes the handoff to Richie and tries to go up the middle and goes nowhere. Wow, okay. He's not making any good. He's not making good decisions on his run. His decisions. His passing was all right until about 30 interceptions ago. Right. Yeah. But it is only 2nd and 12. I tell you what, though, folks, I believe these boys are really playing their hearts out. They have to, and they're just, they're not playing like I thought they'd play, though. But Barker gets the handoff to pitch to Davenport, and he goes outside. That should be hit out of the play. Fans are wanting a late hit out of bounds, and there is some laundry on the field, so let's hold it up. See what's going on. Call is on the laundry. They're talking about it. Helmet to helmet, maybe? What we're looking at, some of the guys. Oh, whoa. Holding on the Indian. Oh, my goodness. Oh, boy, the fans were just wanting a late hit. We're thinking up here in the press box that it's going to be why is the holding flag up here? Helmet bringing them back here. The holding flag goes from where the flag was, not where the ball started from. Well, it's supposed to be, but I used to officiate, and I'm not exactly sure what determines where the ball is from. It could be from the line of scrimmage when it's past the line of scrimmage on the offense. Yeah. So we'll need to check that. Google it. Yeah. So it's 2nd 12. And they take the handoff. Ethan Barker goes up the middle, but he's tackled at the knee. Hit by his own player after the play. Uh-oh. His own player might have knocked him up a little bit there. Who was that? By his own player. That's Gabe Jackson. He's a play there. Ethan looks a little roughed up.
Guys, I think right now is when you try to pass it out a little bit and try to get the play action. I mean, right up the middle, our offense is kind of that way, but I mean, to be honest with you, I think that it would be a lot better for them to try to pass right now or try to get some play action at least going. With the amount of time they got left in this game, they still got to make up for 24 points they gave Alcoa.
Chandler, they just done exactly what you were talking about. They had that play action pass, and that's what somebody in his hands, and he just started running before he had it tucked away. He wanted to hit the kid sitting in front of him. That's what he wanted to do, and he let go of that ball. He got a little greedy right there. We need to be focused on getting what we can right now. Need to focus on the first down, not hitting somebody. But I think you're right, Shannon. I think that's the key. From here on out, we're down to less than 7 minutes left in the game, and it's 4th and 15 on our 38 according to the scoreboard. So it's all you can do is we gotta get the 6, gotta move the chains. So all you can do is This will be for the best.
This is probably one of the toughest situations they've been in all year.
Absolutely. Besides the Warren County game, yeah. But this is a little bit worse than the Warren County game. You got 7 minutes left. This is why Coach Kane makes the big bucks. You know, big decision right here. Big decision. Real big. Of course, his players normally do the work, and it's showing that they don't want to. I think they've met a very difficult team in Alcoa. If Alcoa wins this game, they better go win Slater. I'm going to be pretty mad.
Hey, it's impossible for them to win. The refs won this game.
Oh, yeah. Well,
you know,
I don't know.
You still make your mistakes, and it's still 24 hours. I mean, the refs can't.
Back in the backfield, that's the back in the backfield. Alcoa's got the ball back. That's probably a nail in the coffin. As bad as I hate to say it, that was they're turning over on downs, and we're on their 1st and 10 for Alcoa on our 29. So, I mean, what do you say? I think they'd give up on it. To be honest with you, they're not playing. I'm afraid you may be correct. Just like they did against Notre Dame at the beginning of the playoffs last year, they're going to give up. Well, you know, it's been a long season. It's been a long season. And boys probably wore out. You know they are when one of them's still wearing a cast playing those guards. Yeah. I tell you, look at this. What happened? Then again, here they come running through there and shooting for a 5-yard loss. Oh, what do we know? What do we know? But that's second string Alcoa. Number 1's quarterback. Hey. Well, Alcoa, you're right. They've won this. Well, we'll see. Chandler, quarterback name, number 1. Russell, I believe. Yeah, Russell, okay. And he's under center, tosses it back, and to number 6, and he's tackled in the backfield again. 3 again, Cates there to get him if he wasn't brought down. Well, you know, that's the 3rd and almost 20. Even in best case scenarios, you know, we've got to have a couple pick sixes to win this. Absolutely. Even in the best scenarios, it's going to be tough to score 24 points in 5.5 minutes.
I think it'll be interesting to see if he does.
I mean, we can do it. Anything can happen, folks. You know, anything can happen. Russell takes it. He gives it number 6 again, and he stopped right at the line this time. They're stopping him. Cates actually slammed him on the ground that time. Yeah. That could have been a little frustration taken out on there. Oh, yeah. Cates ain't got a good hit on anybody today until then.
I think it'll be interesting to see if Kane decides to put in his second string or decides to leave his first string, his seniors in late in this game. I'd be very interested to see.
Well, I'm sure he'll let his seniors finish this game. Yeah, I think it will be the thing to do to let the seniors finish this game. You know, they started it. They need to finish it. And like I said before, hang their head, you know, hold their heads high. I don't think there's a person in this whole stadium tonight not proud for each and every one of these boys while they played. And that's a delay game. I mean, to see how far his boy can kick. Give him some practice. I swear. Or they maybe just want to get a little bit of room to punt. With it. That could be it too. Looks like they are in punt formation. That might be. Yeah, I believe that's what they're doing. And do you believe that Callow's back there punting? Is that right? That's I think he was warming up before the game. He may be their best punter. And he gets it off, and there's the punt. No, it's just their. Gets it down to the 20. Is this not their first punt? Yeah, that's their first punt, and it's on the 14-yard line. Indians, there we got a lot of ground to cover in 4.5 minutes. Absolutely. They got a long road to hoe. I hate it. It would be nice for us to get a score so we're not stuck. But, you know, 1-4-14. They fought hard, and we just
Here comes Parker. He's one of the things.
Barkley wants to finish his game. I know he does. But he wants to finish it on top. He's shown that he's trying to, but it's looking like they don't really want it as much as they thought they did. Well, and they give that hand off to Davenport. Davenport finally gets to hit somebody. And he gets about 6, maybe 5 or 6 on that play there. I believe it's 5.
Yeah, you know, I don't know that these boys have. I mean, that looks like they've given. You might say they've given up, but I think that they just they finally wore out. They're just done.
Finally getting outplayed. Well, they're not getting outplayed. They're getting outplayed.
Yeah,
they got way more depth than we do.
They got depth. You know, and I ain't trying to make no excuses.
They're running a different quarterback or running back every play. They got 4 or 5 running backs running at the same time. They got. That's him with him.
We got what?
1,208 list. Good.
Happy day. Thank you, 1,208.
Golly. Thanks for listening,
great,
even though this ain't the game you'll be listening to for us to talk about, but, you know. I'd rather you listen to the Notre Dame game. Where was you at then? Was you here?
It was because we got that many because I'm doing this.
Oh, yeah. And Davenport lays over the top. Oh, he's got a first down. But 3:02 left.
Yeah, 3 minutes left in the game.
It's not looking good for them.
Just not looking good, folks. They played hard, and they're just, like we were talking about before, you know, you just can't, it's not an excuse, it's just an explanation. But when you got, you know, plenty of 2 and 3 deep on your defensive line, offensive line,
in the backfield,
and
all, gonna have to jump.
It's just hard to compete against that, and hang with them. You know,
can't hang with them like that.
Can't hang with them.
You know, and last year, you know, when Sequatchie County lost Notre Dame went to, you know, Alcoa, lost 49-2. You know, I think we see this is a different level of football, but then again, the Indians have stepped up their game a lot, going from a Irish team that didn't score, that was 49-2 against them, and now the Indians down only 24-0, less than what Red Bank was down to them this year, showing that the Chattanooga area is kind of getting up to the level in Class 3A football.
Oh, absolutely. I think you're absolutely right, Taylor. I think they've definitely showed the Chattanooga area that they deserve some respect, and they have, you know, met the challenge, and they beat everybody in the Chattanooga area, and they deserve to be where they're at, and they need to, you know, they just need to start getting some respect. So
the only team we didn't get played was Red Bank.
Right.
And Red Bank got beat by Alcoa 28-0.
Right.
We're getting beat by only 24-0
right
at the moment.
Yeah. But
and it's a little bit different margin of victory, but I don't think it's too.
I think that would have been a close game.
Right. And I tell you what, Tim, I can't see all the crowd, but I don't believe a single person has left yet.
They're going to watch it,
and I believe they're going to be here. I believe the kids are going to get the biggest standing ovation that they've got
in years.
And they deserve it. You know, it's going to be tough. Tonight's going to be the end of the road. But you know, like I said earlier, they need to hold their heads high, be proud of what they've accomplished, and they'll be able to remember this for years to come. Be able to tell their kids, grandkids, and all about being part of this team. And you know, me being one of them, I'm on the. Not many people know, but I'm on the school board, and I send people to cover the game tonight. But I'm proud of all of these boys. I've watched a lot of them grow up, so you know it's kind of a bittersweet deal.
Yeah, very big. That was a cold. Glad we're not outside. And Barker takes the handoff. He's going to pass it over the head of Davenport like he wasn't even trying.
I know. Well. He was rushed just a little bit. Had a little pressure on him. But he had him wide open.
He did. And that could have been the first down with Davenport on the outside there. But ball just doesn't get them.
Yeah. A little strong on that one.
How much time do we have left on the clock there, guys?
Minute 34. Yeah. In the final minute and a half of this game.
It's like 4th and 11. 25.
Could have been first down on 25, but yeah, didn't go as well as we planned.
Looks like
Indians caught time out this time.
did the Indians or did Indians call timeout?
And you know, you hate to see a season end this well, but they will match the mark of the 1973 team that went 13-1. They lost in the state championship. The Indians didn't make it to Cookeville this year, but this is, this has been a monumental year for the program, going from I believe it was 3-7 to 7-4 to now 13-1. That kind of run just doesn't happen overnight, and Adam Kane has done a phenomenal job in the X's and O's.
I agree with that, Chandler. I heard a lot of. There was such a crowd last week. I got here a little late, so I had to be a fence kicker, and I was extremely disappointed in some of the fans that was naysayers and getting on Coach Kane about different things. And I'm thinking, why in the world are you doing that? Because Coach Kane has got us.
It's a fucking and John Higgins picked that ball up.
I have not seen that in ever.
I ain't seen that since I watched Longest Yard.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, how can you, be a fan of Sequatchie County football or anybody's football team and, want to talk down about a coach when last week he was 13-0. I mean, I just don't understand it.
Yeah.
He's done a phenomenal job, and we should all be thankful for him that he's, got these kids to do what they've done.
And he's such a good coach. You wonder if someone's going to try to snatch him up here in the next 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of talk about that. That if we're not careful, he may get snatched up, and that's the bad part about being a small school. Sometimes that just happens, but maybe we can do some things and try to keep them here.
Alcoa takes the first meeting there.
Yeah, they were in through formation right there. We were down to a minute left. So, again, Chandler, there hadn't not a single person I don't believe is left. There's still a huge crowd. So, they're going to support these Indians all till the bitter end.
Yeah, you hate to see a loss like this late into the postseason. It seemed the Indians were a team of destiny, but sometimes destiny hits tradition, and sometimes tradition wins, and I think that's what happened tonight with Alcoa.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And so they're in the last victory formation. Looks like there's less than 25 seconds, so it should be the last play of the game. And yeah, you hate it for these young men. They've worked hard all year, and they need another game. But like I said, it is what it is. They need to hold their head high and just be proud. So they represented. They have represented Sequatchie County very well this season, and I for one am extremely proud of them. So that's all I got.
There's not much you can say about it.
And as time falls off the clock, Sequatchie County, I would say they're the number 3 team in the state in 3A right now, just because I think that Alcoa will stomp whoever's on the other side of that, and that game's pretty close right now. To be third in the state is no small feat for anybody, and you hate to take a moral victory in this, but, I mean, Sequatchie County has come a long way even since I've been in high school. I remember a 2-8 season. I remember barely making the playoffs 5-6, 3-7. Then I remember last year 7-4, and you go from 7-4 to 13-1. And this group of seniors, I mean, they're just phenomenal. I mean, you can't put into words how hard-working and how determined this group of seniors was from the get-go.
That's true.
Every bit.
I wish there was a loser bracket. to determine place of the season, because I know we'd be in second place.
Now,
like a double elimination. I think you're right, Chuck. I think this team, this team should be third in the state. And like you said, whoever wins the state next week would be number one, and the loser number two.
I know, but I'd rather play that number two and see who ought to win that.
Sure. That would be nice. But, yeah, looks like they're, I don't know what, they're going in they didn't have the little meet.
They didn't have a meeting. They finally went straight in the field house, and of course, got somebody talking to Davenport a little bit, but he's going straight in too. In fact, all the coaches, everybody went straight to the field house. They didn't want to be out here.
No,
and your final score from Dunlap, 24-0. Indians left off the scoreboard, but they end the season 13-1. And I mean, you just can't, describe to people how much of a morale booster it has been for this community, for this football team to go forward. Because this community soaks in. It's football. It eats, breathes, and sleeps, and especially eats, as I saw yesterday at Thanksgiving. But I mean, you just can't imagine. I mean, it's anyone fronting off from this area can't imagine how much this community pours in football, and for them to go this far, people were saving seats on Tuesday night for this game.
I know. Yeah, they've been some talk about the spring coming up here and put blankets out, and that's like you say, that just shows the support these people want to come out and get a good seat and let these boys on. And I tell you what, it may not have started out at the first of the season as much as it is toward the end, but for what I saw, the games that I went away, we traveled extremely well, and it got worse as it went through the season. It was most stadiums are not as
accommodating.
Yes, thank you. As we are, and it was standing room only.
We got the Upperman,
and I think it would be
somewhat of it.
It would even be a struggle for our home state. If we had swapped to the away side, it would even be a struggle for, it wouldn't be too much of a struggle for us to fill out the entire away side at all. I mean, considering how small, our away side is, it's not that much smaller than our home, but still, it would fill up 2 hours before game time if that were the case. Right. But, I just look at Upperman, when we went to Upperman and there was so many people there, it was almost like a home game.
Oh, yeah, and I believe we went to, I don't remember what game it was. I know I went to Bledsoe's game when we were up there, and it looked like we had more fans than, of course, Bledsoe did, but, Alcoa traveled well today, too, because they knew this was going to be a big game. It's a semifinal game, and I don't know that I have ever seen the visitor section full. And it looked to be standing room only over there as well. So, high school football is alive and well in the Valley.
That is true. And we're going to take a quick break. I'm going to go to the scoreboard here in a second, but we're going to let Robert and Greg go down the field to talk to Coach Kane. Once they come out of the locker room there and talk to some of our senior players.
Coach Kane and all the seniors that's pretty much left the entire field. They're gone.
Well, we'll go down there and we'll talk about it here in just a second. They're going to come out of the field house at some point, and you hate to talk to a coach who's experiencing his first loss in the season, especially this late in the season. But we'll talk to him. We'll get his word on this game and our seniors who have played their last down of Indian football. Sad to see it in this way. But they have played their last down of Indian football, and we'll talk to them and get their take on it. We're going to let Robert and them go down to the field as we get on our scoreboard, guys.
Well, I just want to, before we go now, I want to take a minute to thank you for a big thanks for letting me, calling me and having me come down and fill in for some of you commentators. This has been a crazy good experience. I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and I played football here, and it's just been a great experience to watch you guys and commentate and help y'all out. Y'all are doing a great job, and I hope y'all got
I wish y'all much future success in this. And if you ever need me to do this again, don't you ever hesitate to call. So, and I'll be more than happy to do it again.
And we're thankful Greg was able to step up tonight. We had two of our radio guys out of town, and I kind of, on the spur of the moment, said, Greg, can you come down? And Greg's response was, heck yeah, I'll come.
Yeah, heck yeah, I'll do it. That's right. Yeah.
But we want to thank Greg for joining us tonight and filling in for our other radio guys. I think he's done a good job thoroughly tonight, and we do appreciate it. We're going to go down to the field right now. If you're just joining us, 24-0, Alcoa wins. Indians in the season 13-1. We're waiting to go down and talk to the coaches and the players down on the field. I'm going to let Robert go ahead and go do that. We'll see you in just a minute, Robert.
Okay.
All right, and our scoreboard. Looking over, down the valley to Marion County, 35-14 in the fourth quarter. Marion County had no trouble with Austin East. It was 35-0 at halftime. Marion County Warriors have not scored a touchdown or have not scored at all in the second half. 5 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. South Pittsburgh scores. And now it's a ball game, one touchdown ball game, 35-27. Greenback leads right now. Greenback has not lost this season. South Pittsburgh only loss has come to Sequatchie County, who we just announced 24-0 fall 24-0 to Alcoa. We didn't like to see it in that way, but great senior group. And Alcoa will play the winner of CPA and Liberty. We can't declare a winner in that one either. With 10 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter, CPA and Liberty are all tied up at 20. Wow. Looking like this is going to be the lowest scoring game we have so far. This is definitely the lowest scoring game of the as far as overall. Maybe we've got that is the lowest scoring game tonight being played in football. But we're going to go to the coaches. We'll see you for basketball later on in the season. We didn't want to get we're going to have Indian basketball. We were waiting for football season to get over. A little bit hectic during the week, so we're going to wait for that. And we're going to be right back after this break. Indians lose 24-0 to Alcoa in the semifinals. One game away from state, but we're going to give a little break here, a little snakes in the grass from Sean Cooley as we get ready to talk to coaches and players down on the field. We'll be right back after the break.
Learn to be concerned that I'm rapping the rainy rappers like a hula hoop. Gonna make it, don't believe that. Sleep, think, eat, drink, breathe, rap. If you cut my veins open, I would bleed rap. Sorry for the wait, I finally got myself a steam back. Now they really don't want it, I'm so potent, I might blow. Cause my flow froze under my guy to find cold. I rhyme define, but inside I'm psycho. Trying to walk the line, but I walk on a tightrope. You the hardest, now that was a typo. Take you the lead type, I'm when I flow. All in, chips down the way will I fold. See my pockets getting fatter, I may need lipo. I'm just playing, I be broke. I'm just really trying to sell just so I can stay afloat. They just want to see me drown. We ain't on the same boat, a bunch of knock-knock rappers. I'm mistaken for a joke. Hey, shoulda aimed high. Trying to shoot me down, they don't quit your day job. Word, is that the rule we play by? Snake in the grass, I'd have heard it through the grapevine. They say that life is what you make it. I'm just trying to make it last. Got my foot matched to the throttle. Ain't no way I'll let it pass. I've seen way too many futures be affected by the past. I know they be gunning for me. I know they don't have a chance. I know them snakes in the grass. I'm just trying to make it last. I know them snakes in the grass. Ain't no way I'll let it pass. I know them snakes in the grass. I know they don't have a chance. You want attention to cash. You'll need a one of those last. Nah. Yeah. What's a pawn to a king? What's a king to a divine being? Don't intervene, don't speak, bow down, put your lips to my ring. I see these rappers need a hand and steady bow to my feet. I know it's hard to compete, cause I'm rock solid, Dwayne Johnson, who be bold. The stoners vibe to a white dude who be sober. I'm the one to be up next, man, I thought that you told them. Cause they rock with me and they stuck me with. They be riding up the block with me, going above 50. You feel it, I'm on the rise, an independent hip-hop enigma. Are you surprised I'm not taking what I am giving? I'm sick and tired of not having the pot to pissin'. I'm an anomaly, but not optimistic. Wild eyes on my climb to the top, I'm near it because the top percentile requires a fish. Whoa, bro, hey, could you slow it down? I took my seat up fast, y'all don't even pull tricks, so I put you on blast. They ain't ready, stay checking for the snakes in the grass. Life is what you make it, I'm just trying to make it last. Got my foot matched to the throttle, ain't no way I'll let it pass. I've seen way too many futures be affected by the past. I know they be gunning for me, I know they don't have a chance. I know them snakes in the grass, I'm just trying to make it last. I know them snakes in the grass, ain't no way I'll let it pass. I know them snakes in the grass, I know they don't have a chance. You want attention to cash, you'll need one of those last now.
All right, we're back here on TSSN Radio. I'm Chandler Morrison. We got Kyle Cates. Kyle, what are you feeling right now?
I'm pretty mad. Pretty mad.
When you reflect on this season, I mean, what are your feelings on the season as a whole?
I mean, it was a heck of a season. I didn't really want it to end here. I mean, we came in with the mindset, that we could beat them, and we gave it all we had. We had some pretty bad calls on the refs part, but I mean, we kept blaming on the refs. It's not always their fault, They made mistakes. We hit the wrong gap. It's our fault they scored 24. It's our fault we didn't score any. We can't blame everything on the refs. So I mean, it happens. We had a good season.
And when
I'm proud of my team.
Oh, sorry. When you look back on this season, what's one moment? If you had to pick one moment, what's one moment that stands out to you?
Probably when we beat South Pittsburgh.
First game of the season, South Pittsburgh.
Yep.
All right. That's Kyle Cates, guys. Appreciate you coming on, Kyle, as always.
Yep, thank you.
All right, you have a good one, man.
All right, see you.
All right.
I'm about to go head up.
And that was Kyle Cates after the loss to Alcoa.
I'll be back with you in a minute.
24-8.
Trying to get headphones situated.
All right, and Robert's going to be back with us in a second.
I got it.
Oh, you good now?
Yeah, somewhat.
When you talk about this game, we were talking about kind of on the break right there. What do you see from these players out here on the field?
Pure devastation. I mean, Alcoa still coming over here and congratulating them on their season and everything. They're just completely devastated.
And I mean, this is, I kind of get a little bit emotional because we kind of follow these, and we've never really this season had to, we haven't had to interview anybody after a loss. Maybe a tough game, but never after a loss. I think you could kind of compare this. It's nowhere near comparative. It's kind of, when I interviewed coaches, it's kind of comparative of Bledsoe County, where you saw that they was, Coach Kane was completely and utterly, disappointed, but, got the win there, so it's still a little bit of a positive there. But here, I mean, there's not a lot of positives you can take away from this game other than the season as a whole. Last two Indian losses have been at the end of the season and shutouts. I guess that's the formula to beat the Indians. I think Alcoa figured that out tonight.
Hey, must have.
You look out here and you hate it for these seniors. We've had several that are just kind of in tears right now after this ball game, and rightfully so. And but we're going to take a break right now. We'll be right back after this break. This is Beast Mode by Sean Cooley.
I'm in beast mode, man, I got the whole crew lit. I'm killing it, independence, been asking for my blueprint, too sick. Verbal aggression, I am abusive. I've never had a dime, now you're tuning in for my 2 cents. Real, R-E-A-L. I know you can't stand me, might as well sit still. Boy, I got the type of boss you wanna see if you misbail. That mean I got the type of flow to keep you wrapped up in the sail. Y'all don't really want war with me. You see the crown on top, that's royalty. I'm from the back, what's a rapping when I spoil me? I know you're mad, but what happened to loyalty? Feel me? It's been a long time coming, boy. I started from the bottom, but I hit the ground running. I'm the king of the valley. They done put the crown on me. I can't look at you rappers without looking down, homie. Nah, woo. Alright, let me get them. I'm ahead of you, second guesses. You precious, but the feeling no consecutive records. I know my presence make you timid. It's a lyrical weapon, the type to get a gimmick stepping. I'm a beast. I ain't stopping for a second. Sequential County rapping, I'm riding up on 11. Inside of a Chevy, Impala, thought of the metal. You're not on my level. You never will now or ever, never. Who the man now? Killing rappers on the regular. We got a man down. Hear the feds moving in. Trace the body on the ground. Every track some murder scene is yellow tape all around, huh? Proceed with caution. Don't speak. I feast on beats way too often. No peace for these who keep releasing garbage. I'ma put them 6 feet underneath of they coffin. Beast. If they hating, homie, they in for a long day. For a while I had my focus in the wrong place. Fame, money, cars, brainwashed by the fakes. Never felt pity for myself, I had to learn from my mistakes. Now I'm bound to be the one that they gon' talk about. They got a problem, that's okay, just let them talk it out. They know better, they gon' watch what come up out their mouth. Ayy, not too bad for a redneck that they done counted out. Yeah, I'm from the south, walk outside here and playing that Hank Williams. Back in college they would laugh when I spoke cause my slang different, my aim different. I ain't trapping the strap, I ain't dealing, trying to provide a voice to my city that can't hear it. Now I'm picking apart these rappers, hit it with the venom I be spitting, I'm an addict. Kill them until I'm considered established, we and I cut from the same fabric. Nah, can y'all compete with me now? You're telling tales, throw a quarter in a fountain, maybe that'll wish you well. I'm a beast. I'm in that old school Chevy, pockets getting heavy. No, what I gotta grind to keep from falling like confetti. In that old school Chevy, pockets getting heavy. No, what I gotta grind to keep from falling like confetti. In that old school, I'm in that old school. I'm in that old school. I'm in that old school Chevy. Tired of 9 to 5s, don't live the high life, I'd rather grind. Y'all are running through the motions, I'd rather climb. It's hard to lace up, honey, when your hands are tied. Nah, I be coming for the top spot. It's my time, y'all can go now, I stop watch. Get it, my time, stop watch, wordplay. Got them on their toes like hopscotch. Hey, I got the flow that you would die for. I'm looking at them through the scope on my rifle. I might pull the trigger, take your life on the mic, or I might let it slide. I've been trying to read the Bible more. You fools know I'm about to drop. I keep my feet cap flat. I keep my blue collar pop. I'm in that old school Chevy. Pockets getting heavy. No, what I gotta grind to keep from falling like confetti. In that old school Chevy. Pockets getting heavy. No, what I gotta grind to keep from falling like confetti. In that old school. I'm in that old school. I'm in that old school. I'm in that old school. Yeah. Sequatchie County, born and raised, partner rappers on my platter, I ain't eating days. Below the surface, you can find a way, but in high grass, you will find snakes. Let me get that. I'm a rip it, I feel it, I'm independent, I'm finna kill it. My pictures are pen and vivid, I'm on. If I say that I'm in it, I'm so ahead of them mentally. Got two brains with the same mind. Man, I want it in the worst way. Fake rappers like, can I get a verse, hey? I just treat them like a home run to ring. I'ma throw it back. It's not even Thursday. Do another jab, but they don't understand my wordplay. Now they nervous, stomach turning like a first date. I do my thing, no mercy. Cause if you swing and miss, you will never end up with first base. Man, it's like I'm in a battle. I'm fighting for the power. No matter what, I will devour. I will never come unravel. No matter if I'm up creek, knee deep without a paddle. You couldn't reach me on the ladder. Even if you stacked it on top of a couple scaffolds. I'm the type to rip individuals who be actors. My city on my back, it looks something like a back road. I'm in that old school Chevy. Pockets getting heavy. No, what I gotta grind to keep from falling like confetti. In that old school Chevy. Pockets getting heavy. No, what I gotta grind to keep from falling like confetti. In that old school. I'm in that old school. I'm in old school. I'm in that old school Chevy. Pockets getting heavy. Old school Chevy. Pockets getting heavy. Lord, I gotta grind and keep from falling like old school Chevy.
Hey, Cooley, let me kill that real quick.
I'm in that old school Chevy. My pocket's getting heavy. Lord, I gotta grind to keep from falling like confetti. I'm in that old school Chevy. My pocket's getting heavy. Lord, I gotta grind to keep from falling like confetti. Yeah, I'm in that old school Chevy. My pocket's getting heavy. Lord, I gotta grind to keep from falling like confetti. Yeah.
I had a dream that you and I will be together. I'm Martin Luther King, you will be Coretta. I'll be the king, you're my queen forever. I had a small taste of it, I'm a fiend for heaven. Now let me have you, I love you, don't you know that? Goodbye letter written in my notepad. It was signed by you really wrote that. P.S. I ain't never gonna come back. Baby, look, I know we had our differences, but I've been thinking hard. I'm tired of leaving voicemails, why don't you ever call? I've been working on a car ever since you've been gone, and if it ever starts, I'ma find where you are. That made me insane. Do you feel good about yourself? What you think is a game? I've been under everything except the pain I've obtained. It's like I only take cash, cause I feel I can't change.
I can see you no more, no matter how hard I try. How hard I try. I can deal with that, it makes me feel alive. Feel alive.
Let me tell you something real quick. I still crave you. They can talk, they can put me in the labels. They were watching when I was on the tables, when I was hiding nighttime, providing the aim. I'm telling you, I nearly killed myself. Handgun to my temple, I wanted to stop. I really felt there was no life left. You tainted my soul, is that what you want? You're the only one I really ever had. You were my first, I'll make you my last. Remember, we were filling to the top of the glass. Then let the whole night pass. But enough of the past, we've been apart for a while, I can loosen my grasp. I'm a student to prove and I'm pushing past all the wrath. Now I'm choosing my path.
I can see you no more, no matter how hard I try. How hard I try. I can deal with that, it makes me feel alive. Feel alive.
Delta Music.
I can see you no more, no matter how hard I try. How hard I try. I can live with that, it makes me feel alive. Feel alive.
Sorry for that brief moment. We're trying to get back a hold of Robert on the phone there, talking to the coaches and players. Can't seem to. We've had some kind of disconnection in trying to talk to coaches. We have reports that maybe the coaches have left. Some scoring updates: Sequatchie County beats Marion County beats Austin East 35-21. So that's a Marion County victory, 35-21 over the Austin East Roadrunners. The Cherokees of Greenback take down South Pittsburgh 42-27, and of course Sequatchie County falls to Alcoa 24-0. Marion County, the only team from the area, just as for the past 3 years, headed to the state title game in Cookeville. That's going to be very interesting. We'll talk to Chris King here in just a moment, but we're going to take another break. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. We'll be right back. Still trying to get the coaches on the line with Robert. If you'll hang with it for just a few minutes.
I'm in beast mode, man, I got the whole crew lit. I'm killing it, independence, been asking for my blueprint. 2 cents, verbal aggression, I am abusive. I've never had a dime, now you're tuning in for my 2 cents. Real, R-E-A-L. I know you can't stand me, might as well sit still. Boy, I got the type of boss you wanna see if you misbail. That mean I got the type of flow to keep you wrapped up in a sail. Y'all don't really want war with me. You see the crown on top, that's royalty. I'm from the back, what's a rapping when I spoil me? I know you're mad, but what happened to loyalty? Feel me? It's been a long time coming, boy, I started from the bottom, but I hit the ground running. I'm the king of the valley, they done put the crown on me. I can't look at you rappers without looking down, homie, nah. Woo. Alright, let me get them. I'm ahead of you second guesses, you peasants, but the feeling on consecutive records. I know my presence make you timid, it's a lyrical weapon. The type to get a gimmick stepping, I'm a beast. I ain't stopping for a second. Sequatchie County rapping, I'm riding up on 11. Inside of a Chevy, Impala, thought of the metal. You're not on my level, you never will now or ever, never. Who the man now? Killing rappers on the regular. We got a man down. Hear the feds moving in. Trace the body on the ground. Every track some murder scene is yellow tape all around, huh? Proceed with caution. Don't speak. I feast on beats way too often. No peace for these who keep releasing garbage. I'ma put them 6 feet underneath or they coffin. Beast. If they hating, homie, they in for a long day. For a while I had my focus in the wrong place. Fame, money, cars, brainwashed by the fakes. Never felt pity for myself, I had to learn from my mistakes. Now I'm bound to be the one that they gon' talk about. They got a problem, that's okay, just let them talk it out. They know better, they gon' watch what come up out their mouth. Ayy, not too bad for a redneck that they done counted out. Yeah, I'm from the south, walk outside here and playing that Hank Williams. Back in college, they would laugh when I spoke, cause my slang different, my aim different. I ain't trapping the strap, I ain't dealing, trying to provide a voice to my city that can't hear it. Now I'm picking apart these rappers, hit them with the venom I've been spitting, I'm an addict. Kill them until I'm considered established, we and I come from the same fabric. Nah, can y'all compete with me now? You're telling tales, throw a quarter in a fountain, maybe that'll wish you well, I'm a beast. Sequatchie County, stand up. I was born for this moment, making more than a statement. Hit my opponents the hardest, I might end up leaving them lame. Ain't nobody with focus, ain't nobody I blame me. I don't run through the motions of laziness will not faze me. I'm impatient, I'm crazy, now better yet I'm deranged. If you cut me deep, I will bleed purple gold from my veins. 4th and inches, give me the rock, dog, I'm moving the chain. Slow with my head, keep my feet moving, I'm ignoring the pain. Yo, it's all for the game, for the love of the game. We don't do this for glory, we want that trophy, not fame. Best get off of the tracks unless you won't hit by this train. If you wanna come get it, in between the lines that we fighting. Started from the bottom, we climbing, grinding our way to the title. Hallelujah, it's time, that Friday night light revival. Ain't no love in the jungle, nothing but hate for our rivals. Come on. Come on.
Into the jungle. Follow me into the jungle. What I gotta do to get it through to you? How many times I gotta prove it to you? How many lives
I gotta murder till you learn to be concerned that I'm rapping around these rappers like a hula hoop. Gonna make it, don't believe that. Sleep, think, eat, drink, breathe, rap. If you cut my veins open, I would bleed rap. Sorry for the way I finally got my self-esteem back. Now they really don't want it, I'm so cold, I might blow. Cause my flow froze under my God-defying cold. I rhyme define, but inside I'm psycho. Trying to walk the line, but I walk on a tightrope. You the hardest, now that was a typo. Take you the lead type, I'm when I flow. All in, chips down, the way will I fold. See my pockets getting fatter, I may need lipo. I'm just playing, I be broke. I'm just really trying to sell just so I can stay afloat. They just wanna see me drown. We ain't on the same boat, a bunch of knock-knock rappers. I'm mistaken for a joke. Hey, shoulda aimed high, trying to shoot me down. They don't quit your day job. Word, is that the rule we play by? Snake in the grass, I'd heard it through the grapevine. They say that life is what you make it. I'm just trying to make it last. Got my foot matched to the throttle. Ain't no way I'll let it pass. I've seen way too many futures be affected by the past. I know they be gunning for me. I know they don't have a chance. I know them snakes in the grass. I'm just trying to make it last. I know them snakes in the grass. Ain't no way I'll let it pass. I know them snakes in the grass. I know they don't have a chance. You want attention to cash. You'll need a one of those last. Nah. Yeah. What's a pawn to a king? What's a king do with a divine being? Don't intervene, don't speak, bow down, put your lips to my ring. I see these rappers need a hand and steady bow to my feet. I know it's hard to compete, cause I'm rock solid, Dwayne Johnson, who be bold. The Gastoners vibe to a white dude who be sober. I'm the one to be up next, man, I thought that you told them. Cause they rock with me and they stuck me with. They be riding up the block with me, going above 50. You feel it, I'm on the rise, an independent hip-hop enigma. Are you surprised I'm not taking what I am giving? I'm sick and tired of not having a pot to piss in. I'm an anomaly, but not optimistic. Wide eyes on my climb to the top, I'm nearer because the top percentile requires a fish. Whoa, bro, hey, could you slow it down? I took my seat up on the throne, you cannot hold my crown. My flow's cracking the trap, it's the doper sound. Yo, they was laughing at me, funny how they notice now. And I'ma come up fast, fake rappers get smoked. Puff, puff, pass, y'all don't even pull tricks, so I put you on blast. They ain't ready, stay checking for the snakes in the grass. They say life is what you make it, I'm just trying to make it last. Got my foot matched to the throttle, ain't no way I'll let it pass. I've seen way too many futures be affected by the past. I know they be gunning for me, I know they don't have a chance. I know them snakes in the grass. I'm just trying to make it last. I know them snakes in the grass. I know them snakes in the grass. I know they don't have a chance. You want attention to cash, you'll need a one of those last. Nah.
And we're back here with Robert Easterly. Robert, what's going on?
Not much. Just got all the equipment given to your mother. And watched Coach Kane drive off as I got back behind the field house.
So he
that didn't work out well.
So he gave no media comment whatsoever to anybody.
Yeah, exactly.
That in itself seems to be a story, and thank you for staying with us for that long break. I apologize for it. But Robert, you know, what does that tell about this game so far?
Oh, well, it tells me that Coach Kane, I guess he didn't know he was going to get beat like that and just decided to go home before anybody could talk to him about it.
You know, I think this is really, you know, even last year he would talk after losses, even kind of the devastating one to Upperman and Notre Dame especially. But to me, you know, he's not lost this season, but, I mean, it kind of is reminiscent of Cam Newton in the Super Bowl where he just walked off, is it not?
Kind of, yeah, but, I mean, he did have tears in his eyes when he walked off, like he just didn't want to be talked to, period. Kind of like Barker, he couldn't even say words without tearing up and shivering a little bit. Barker was pretty roughed up, and Barker did get hit a lot in this game. I know he's got to be hurting after this game.
Yeah, and, you know, final scoreboard, Robert, your reaction. Marion County beats Austin East 35-21, and South Pittsburgh falls to Greenback 42-27. Marion County is the only Valley team to go to the championship. What's your thoughts on that?
I want to go watch Marion win that game.
That is true. That is true. We're going to sign off for the night, trying to figure out everything that's going on. But we're gonna sign off here live from Dunlap. Robert Easton, Greg Dawson were on the call tonight. Indians in the season 13-1 with a 24-0 loss to Alcoa. One of the better teams, one of the best teams in the state, short of Maryville overall. Alcoa is. But anyways, we're gonna sign off for the night. Say good night, Robert.
Good night, everybody.
All right, and I'm Chandler Morrison. God bless, and go Indians. We'll see you on the other side.